Hi, hello, namaste. How are you all? How is the energy? I think today's session, it's not just about me asking you, hi, hello, how are you all? It's also about knowing, I can also get to know about your responses, like how exactly is your energy, and is it high, low, or medium, or how is it? So I think you can share with me. So let me just check. Okay, so good morning to everyone. So I would like to again, I would like to start with the affirmations so that our day will go very smoothly. So the first thing that I would like to, the first affirmation that I would like to start is, I gently surrender all my worries, fears, and expectations to the divine. Definitely will be worried, will have fear, will have so much of expectations, that should be balanced very well. How can we balance it? How can we manage pretty well? Okay, just by surrendering everything, whatever our concern is there, fear and any kind of tensions and expectations, everything let us surrender to the God, so that we can coolly, confidently will be able to manage it pretty well. Okay, and one more affirmation I would like to tell you here. What is that affirmation? It's never late. It's never too late to begin. I'm ready to it's never too late to begin, so my timing is divine, right? So it's not that don't worry about it, ma'am, I did not study before, but only have one day left, what to do? So nothing wrong, so we can start as of now. So if we take tension, even that time also will be wasted, right? That time also will be wasted. So let's not worry too much about it. So let's focus on whatever the time I have right now. Let's make use of it to the maximum extent, to the best extent, and more effectively, efficiently. Is it right? So don't worry, it's never late to begin. Let's my timing is divine. Is it right? So let's start the session. So as you all know, how many marks from 3 model papers? So definitely for 50 marks for sure you will get it, because this is the first time paper, first time the syllabus has changed, so definitely you will be able to get it. So toppers paper I've already shared, so it is there in the it's there in the link. You can okay, so let me just check. Toppers paper, I think they'll be releasing it today, I think. Okay, today you will get it. Okay, so model paper, don't worry. Yeah, that's what everything we'll be covering it today. So that means all the MCQs, 1 marker, 2 marker, and also because that's what I was just going through with all the model papers I've done before also. But in this model paper, I will also tell you from this section, this chapter anyway we know from the blueprint we know, right? So what do we do from this particular section? Also we will be able to like make some kind of guess as such, as like any way they can ask, but some kind of predictions we can make from this model paper. Is it right? So shall we start for today? Okay, hi, so many people are joined. It's very nice. So if you have any concerns, okay, so study 3 model paper, how many marks? Definitely 50 marks. It can be more than that also, students. It's very I'm sorry, I'm coughing in between, so please do forgive me. And this is my first live session, and like I may make some mistakes, so please do forgive me, and I need your support for that. Okay, so please reply. So what is that? Okay, so yeah, that's what I told you, like definitely 50 marks for sure you will get it, because most of the topic, everything is covered, and because it's not 1 model paper, we have 3 model paper, so we'll be covering that. Is it clear? So shall we start now? So what do we have in today's session? So first thing, okay, those who have joined me, those who have joined in the session, so just close your eyes. I'm making you this, okay, don't take it in a wrong way, so just close your eyes. First we'll release all our tensions or expectations and some kind of fears, whatever we have, we'll just release that. God, you take care of it. I'm just here, my job is just to focus, study, confidently. Confidence will come if you pass the tension to God. You let us pass the tension to God. Let Him take care. What do you say? Hi, Vishwas. How are you all? I think you're starting the day now, so it's nice. So we'll start the session, right? So what do we have? So I'm going to take up the 3 model question paper, board model question paper. That's very, very important. Model paper 1, 2, 3. Let's start. Go. Okay, so what do we have now? So the first question is, select the, you're able to see, right? You're able to see the screen properly, right? Can you just give me a response? Are you able to see it? Okay, so we'll just start now. Select the correct answer from the choices given below. The exception raised when the requested module definition is not found. Very simple. What is it? It's going to be the module. So they've asked you, sorry. Okay, so let's select it. Okay, it's about the module. When the module is not present. When the module is not present means it's going to be with respect to what? Import module you'll do. No, if you just remember, link it, you'll be able to make out. So it's going to be an import error. It's going to be the import error. Okay, so you provide the PDF. PDF, definitely it will be shared to you. Please, black screen. Is it possible to make the black screen, sir? Okay, so yeah, hi. Okay, so we'll just go to the next slides. I hope it is clear, student. The first question, I was just telling you with respect to the module definition. So module, if anything goes wrong, definitely you need to go for the import error only. Okay, so let me just take some other pen. I'm going to take a black pen. Hope you can clearly visible now. So next we'll go for the second one. Given Q is equals to N by D if D is equals to 0. Very simple. Without not thinking much, you can just write Q is equals to N by 0. What is N by 0, students? Okay, N by 0. N by 0, if we do it, so Q is equals to N by 0. N by 0 means anything divided by 0 is what? 0 division error. Without confusion, you can just go for this, and then we'll go for, will the paper be difficult? Definitely don't think about the paper at all. Just focus on the part that we have to do it. Paper setting, everything is done already. Let's focus on what I can do the best, right? The exception raised when the local global variable is not defined. See, the way we have set here is all the model paper is considered and then set the MCQs, and then 1 marker, 2 marker, 3 marker, everything is there from the model paper only, students. Okay, so we'll go here now. Exception raised when the local or global variable is not defined. That means the variable is not defined. When the variable is not defined means what, students? Name error. Understand? It's going to be a name error. We'll go for the next question. The method which is used to convert Python objects for writing data into the binary file. Writing means, just remember, students, writing to the binary file means it's going to be dumping. When I want to read from the binary file, it's going to be the load. When I want to write something to the binary file, it's going to be dump. We'll dump it. Okay, then we have to read something means it's going to be the load function. So now in this case, it's going to be the dump function. Okay, so 4B, that's nice. Okay, we'll have some interaction also. That'll be nice. So you have to give me the answers. Okay, so the function which returns an integer that specify the current position of the file object. Can you tell me current position of the file object? What is the current position of the file object? Which function? Current position of the file object. Just waiting for your responses. The function which returns an integer that specifies the current position of the file object. Definitely it's right. So if you are telling here, Pradyumn and Blossom, yeah, Harif, that's right. It's going to be tell function. Remember, I'll tell you. See, whenever I'm doing little bit here and there also, I'll tell you the concept. Tell will give you the current position of the file object, whereas in case of a seek function, you can take the file object wherever you want it. So we have covered tell and seek both here. Okay, we'll go for the next question. The default file opening in Python is default file opening mode. In which mode it will open? Whenever you open a file without mentioning the mode, it'll go for what? It will be the read-only mode. It will be the read-only mode. Very good, Joel. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Assertion stacks follows the LIFO rule. Insertion and deletion takes place at the same end. Okay, before I'll go for the seventh question, let me just analyze something related to this. You can just see here question number 1, 2, 3 from model paper 1, 2, 3 have taken. So what you can observe, it's going to be the import error. We'll just go with the options. We can just go with the options, students. I'll give you a little bit hint here. Import error, this is going to be a zero division error, and this is going to be the name error. You can just analyze, predict here that one question you're going to get it from what? You're going to get it from that built-in exception. Is the point clear? So one definite question, built-in exception, thoroughly if you prepare it, definitely one question you'll be able to handle it. So this is my point I wanted to tell. What is the second thing? Second thing, it is going to be the file objects. So file objects, they may ask you anything. So I can't tell exactly that they may ask you related to dump, any function related. Okay, it can be with respect to seek, or it can be with respect to mode also they may ask you. So we cannot predict for the second question from the second chapter, that we can't tell. Okay, we'll go for the third question. Okay, seventh question onwards I can tell you. That means the third question in the MCQ paper, in the model paper, what we can tell. The stack follows a LIFO rule. Stack follows a LIFO rule. Insertion and deletion takes place at same end. Stack follows LIFO only, last in first out only. This is true. Insertion deletion takes place from the same end. Can you remember what is stack? Stack is a stack of bangles. What is stack? Stack is a stack of bangles. That means insertion and deletion takes place at one end only. That means what? Both are right. Okay, that's going to be A is true, R is correct. Absolutely right. So we'll go for the next question. What is there in the next question? Stack data structure is used in accessing link of the last visited web page. So in this case, I have told you so many times that it always follows the principle called LIFO. Right, last in first out, last visited pages only will be able to see it, right? So this is going to be the true, and the ordering principle is FIFO. FIFO is definitely false. It's going to be the LIFO, last in first out. Definitely the answer is what? This is true, and this is not the correct answer. Answer is B, 8B, right? So many are telling me the right answer. Thank you so much for your responses. Okay, so that quickly we'll have a revision of these three model paper, and then we can focus, right? So we'll go for the next question. Stack is a linear data structure that stores the elements in FIFO order. This is going to be false. Okay, in stack, a new element is added and removed from one end only. So this is going to be true. So in this case, this is going to be true, and this is going to be false and true. So false and true, where is this? False and true, the answer is D. Okay, 9D, perfectly right, Pradyumna, it's right, Joel, it's right. So you can just understand here from the questions from stack, what is the thing they may ask you? They may ask you the principle or operation. One question sure, principle, operation, one definite question. One definite question you're going to get it from stacks related to principle and operation. Similarly with Q also like that, operation and then operation and principle again. With respect to Q also, you can make the analysis. We'll go for the 10th question. Q, deck is a version, let's pronounce as deck. It should be deck, students. A deck is a version of Q which allows insertion and deletion at what? Both the end. No, both the end. Okay. A deck is a version of Q which allows insertion and deletion at both the end. We'll go for the next question. An arrangement of linear data structure in which additional removal of elements can happen from any end. See, it is the same question, but ours in a different way. Hope you can understand from this, okay, that it's about Q only, operation only they have asked. Okay, the basic principle. So deck is the answer for this, right? 11C, perfect. See, as though no, it's first time live, and I'm holding the mobile also, and there is a camera also. Whether I have to see the camera or whether I have to talk to you, you're a bit confused. I'm really a bit confused here now. Okay, let's see how it goes. A first time experience, I think it is always rememberable, isn't it? Okay, some kind of memory will be there. Let's make a most of it, right? Okay, we'll go for this. 12th question, operation used to view elements at the front of the queue without removing it from the queue. Operation used to view elements. That means there is a queue here. I just want to, okay, queue, let's not write like this. We're going to write like this. 10, 20, 30 is there. I'm supposed to view the element, not to delete. View the element and not to delete means what? Just to pick, right? 12B, perfect. 12B, perfect. We'll go for the 13th question. Bubble sort while sorting in ascending order. Which element reaches its current position? See, in this, from the sorting chapter, what they will ask you, very simple, we can easily predict what is the basic principle of all these sorting techniques. What is the basic principle for all these sorting techniques? And also, they will be focusing on the time algorithm, time complexity. One is time complexity, another is going to be the basic principle of all these algorithms. First thing. See, and I told you also about these three algorithms. Okay, let me tell you also. So we have the bubble sort, then we have a selection sort, and then we have this, what is that, another sort, insertion sort. Bubble sort is what? Consecutively we keep checking the elements, and then finding the largest element. Okay, we have n elements, we have n minus 1 iterations. Okay, in all these, we're going to have two loops when two loops will be there, and then we're going to have some comparison, and then we do the swapping technique. In these two swapping technique, in this insertion sort, what do? We're going to have some kind of shifting of elements going to takes place. So very simple. Bubble sort means what do? We're going to have n elements means n minus 1 iterations, and largest element. Okay, after one iteration, largest element will be sorted. That you keep in mind. They may ask you anywhere. Okay, they've asked here only. And selection sort. Selection sort, can you tell me what? Definitely don't worry about it all. 100% they'll follow you, Pradyumna. Definitely going to follow. Okay, blueprint, and so far they have not, violated from the blueprint. Always they followed the blueprint. Okay, so. Harif, okay, I'll tell you the answer for the third one. Let me come. Bubble sort, I was telling you the largest element will be sorted at the end of the first iteration. Largest element will be sorted. In case of selection sort, what you have to remember, it's all comparison, two loops that will be there, but we're going to find out the minimum element. What do? We're going to find out the minimum element. And in this case, insertion sort, what do? We keep taking one element at a time and place that element in the right position. Insert the element at the right position. Insert the element at the right position. And how do we do it? We do comparison from the reverse direction. Like this we do in the reversed comparison. So just keep this in the mind, and then we'll try to solve it. Okay, let me erase this and go back to the 13th question. In bubble sort, while sorting in ascending order, which element reaches its current position? After the first pass, after first iteration, that means what? It's going to be the largest element, 13C. It's right. We'll go for the second question. Okay, next, changing the position of two elements with each other. Okay, we have 10 and 20. So what happened? 20 will be changed to 10 and 10 will be changed to 20 with respect to the variables. AB means what? It's going to be the swapping technique. It's called as swapping technique. We'll go for this. See, very simple. If you don't if you don't know also, at least you would have heard the word swapping in sorting technique. Sorting is not there, hatching is not there, and searching is not there, and definitely with common sense also you can tell it's going to be a swapping technique. We'll go for the 15th question. Time complexity of a quadratic time algorithm. I think everyone can guess. So quadratic time algorithm, the complexity is going to be what? It's going to be n square. Linear time algorithm, it's going to be, the complexity is going to be what? N, and constant time algorithm, it's going to be 1. Okay, Bhavna, that's absolutely right. Volume, okay, volume increase. Okay, I'll try to. Okay, 15, the answer is going to be n square. Okay, we'll go for the 16th question. In selection sort, the smallest element is selected in each pass and placed in its correct position. Definitely, it's true. Okay, the selection sort, the smallest element is selected in each pass and placed in its correct position. I told you smallest element, for example, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 means 5, 1 is the smallest element. That I'm going to place it first. Okay, and after that, in selection sort, the nth element is the last and it is already in place. How can it be in already placed, students? You tell me. Okay, if I take it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that means I'm going to take this element, compare everything and take this element, I'll put it here. Smallest element, I got it. And next, what do? Next smallest element, and next smallest element, and next smallest element. If I repeat this for 4 times, then this element will be in place. Then this element will be placed. Can you able to hear me? Then it will be in its position. Then it will be in its place. isn't it? But whereas in case of just with one iteration, the nth element will not be in place. How come you are telling the answer is C, students? Huh? How come you are telling us C as the answer? A and B are true, both are true. In selection sort, the nth element is the last and is already in place. Okay, we will go for an answer C. Most of you are looking from, I can hear you. Okay, so most of you are hearing, yeah, 1 minute. Most of you are telling me that answer is C. Answer will be C after the fourth iteration. After 4 iterations, it will be in its place, I agree. But they are telling in selection sort, the nth element is the last and it is already in place. When? After 4 iterations, I can say A and B are true. But before only, no, they didn't tell. Okay, with respect to 1 only, I can't tell. Okay, 1 element is already. Is it in its place? It's not in its place, no. For example, I have compared, 1 have kept. That means 4, 3, 2, 5 will come for this particular question, it will come. If I take something else, let's consider 3, 4, 2, 1, 5. Then what will happen? Smallest element you find out, 1 will be here and 3 will be replaced. No, 4, 2, 3, 5 will come. In this case, what happens? 5 is coming. Okay, highest element is already there, it is coming. We'll take another example. Okay, what we will take? 3, 5, 2, 1, 4 will take. Then next what will happen? Minimum element. Hope you're understanding, students. I'm just telling you that minimum element will be selected. It will be placed here. 5, 2 swapping will happen. So where is the highest element? Nth element is already in its place. We can't say that with respect to this. It's an insufficient question. It's not inappropriate. I would like to go with an answer called A, 16A. But most of the model papers have given you the answer as C only. That's why many of them are telling us C, 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 C. But if you ask me my opinion, my choice, I will go for A only. This is an insufficient question they have given for us to tell the answer properly. Yes, no, but I would like to with the given. For after 4 iteration, yes, but not before that. We'll go for the 17th question. Nested loop will have the time complexity. Time complexity will be what? Yeah. So nested loop will have, we will be explaining all the sorting methods, especially in the part D. Don't worry about it. Okay, nested loop will have the time complexity. Time complexity as what? N square. What is the time complexity? It's going to be in n square. Quadratic, see, it is the same question. Can you able to guess this, students? Please understand here. They have asked the same question again and again. Time complexity only, but here and there they have just read. Clear? Nested loop is what, students? Quadratic time complexity only, no? Yes, Purva Patil, yes. Hi. Yes, ma'am. It's very nice, it's a kind of different feeling I'm getting. Okay, number of passes required to sort a list of size 100 using bubble sort. Now you have to answer this question. Just now I told you. Number of passes required to sort a list of size 100 sizes there. I'm supposed to arrange these elements means how much? 99. Very good. 18D, ma'am. Absolutely right. We'll go for the next question. The number of attributes in a relation. Now you have to go tuck because all theory concepts. Okay, number of attributes in a relation is called what? Number of attributes in a relation is called as degree. Degree. Remember, attributes means degree. What about cardinal? What about cardinality? Cardinality means, we'll try to learn others also, okay? Cardinality means tuples. Domain means value. Tuple, see, both are same. Cardinality tuple is the same. Very good. We'll try to cover all as much as concept possible, okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, identify the DBMS software. DBMS software, hope you can understand this. Microsoft Access is the DBMS software. We'll go with the next question. The purpose of a data constraint. Constraint is what? Restricting the value for a particular column. How can I restrict a particular value? By having some constraints, some conditions. So how can I do that? By, for what? The purpose they are telling. Okay, you hope you've understood what is constraint. Constraints are the rules, regulations, restrictions. Age cannot be negative, no. That is a rule. How? Why we are doing that? Basically to ensuring reliability. To ensure reliability of data. Very good. We'll go for the next question. Most popular query language used by DBMS. Which is the most popular query language used by DBMS? That's going to be MySQL. 22A, right? 22A, because AA is repeated, so AAA. We'll go for the 23rd question. The symbol used to represent intersect operation is going to be this, okay? It's ulta U. Okay, we'll go for the next question. The degree of the Cartesian product. Understand this. I want you to pay attention. So 40 students, 40 messages I can see. 1 minute. Okay, so 40 people are actually saying, I want you to please focus this question. Okay, if you're paying attention, they come back and listen here, because the question itself is wrong here, but I've corrected it. Please pay attention here. The degree of the Cartesian product, what is the degree? Attributes. Okay, the degree of the Cartesian product of two relations A and B is what? There is a relation A, there is a relation B. What is the degree of the Cartesian product? If I take A comma B, what is the degree? How many attributes will be there in this? Let's consider this particular A is having an attribute xy. This is having an attribute called py. So what is the Cartesian product? Cartesian product means usually we're going to do this. This is x. This is A star B. Cartesian product of A star B will have the attributes as x plus y plus p plus q. Sum of all the attributes. Getting my point? If the question is degree of the Cartesian product means what? It's sum of the attributes. But in the question, most of the question paper, they have made a mistake in this. They have written here as they have written as what? Cardinality they have written. So it's absolutely wrong, students. Good morning. So ensure that this should be attributes or degree. Cardinality idre wrong agat. That will be wrong. Is the point clear? So hope it is clear to you. We'll go for the next question. Okay, what do we have in this? Which of the following is a string single row built-in function? Single row built-in function. We'll go for single row built-in function. Ma'am, this is going to be a single row function. This is going to be a single row function. This is going to be a aggregate function. This is going to be an aggregate function. And that means, what is single row function? Okay, this will be applied only for a single cell. Applied for single cell. But in case of min, this is going to be multiple cells. This is ruled out and this is ruled out. Now this is going to be for one cell only. Okay, current value I want to know what it means. But they're telling string, related to string. Length of the string. No, what is the length of the string? This is related to the string. So the answer is going to be 25A. Absolutely right. We'll go, my exams are over. Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay, we'll go for the 26th question. Which data type is used to hold numbers with decimal points in MySQL? Okay, students, how many of you have you watched computer science videos? Have you watched? Is it beneficial? Okay, I'm just deviating from my thing and then I'm asking this question. Have you watched? Is it beneficial? Float, they're telling. Okay, give me the answers for this. Okay, you can answer me. Yes. Is it helpful? Ma'am, 5 marks. Yes, very helpful. Yes, ma'am. Okay, students. So I haven't watched them yet. So just go through. It's not that everything you need to watch. If you feel, just go through with at least the headings. No, sometimes no heading. You should actually once just see it. Okay, because sometimes no thumbnail they would have, it would have been little bit varied. So for example, that 3 days, how can you do it? Because it was only 1.5 days left for computer science. So sometimes it may little bit may vary in due to some issues. So ensure that you just go through once. It's not like full complete video. If you feel, ma'am, this is connected to me, I have to watch this, you watch it. So that less time we'll be able to cover it. Ultimately, we should get good marks, isn't it? Please complete 1 marker. Yes. Which video are you talking about? Whatever the videos I've done. No, that I'm asking. So whatever the videos I've done, you can just go through. If it's beneficial, if you feel that it is, okay, it's not for promotion based and all, I'm just asking you if it's helpful for you, you should not miss. Today only is the chance for you to watch it and, make the most of it. That's the only point. Okay. So we'll go for the next question. Which data type is used to hold numbers with decimal point in MySQL? So it's going to be the float. So I think we'll go for the next question. So identify the current date function. Yes, students, focus here. Current date function means you feel that you'll feel that system date, find date and all, these are all wrong, students. It's going to be now only. Even system date is wrong. You need to go for SYS. SYS date is right, but this system date is wrong. So answer is 27C. Absolutely, you're right. We'll go for the next question. The operation used to combine the selected rows of two tables. There is one table, there is another table. Selected rows I need to combine means union. Combine, no, union only. What do you say? See, combine is there, go for union. Sometimes no, this common sense also will work. What do you say? 28A, correct. Correct. So the clause used to enforce condition, the clause used to enforce some condition. So we have a particular query written, and some, for example, I need to display all the students who have participated here. I need to display all the students who are participating now, but only one student name that starts with B and okay, the name it starts with B and we need to go for the condition. How do we put the condition? The condition is going to be where clause, isn't it? We need to go for clause called where clause. SQL command to modify the structure of the table. How do you modify the structure of the table? Okay, before we'll go for this, we'll have a quick revision of DDL and DML command so that that stays in your mind. So DML command and DDL command. Can you tell me DDL command? Create, alter, drop. What? Create, alter, drop. Create, alter, drop. And when we have a DML command is going to be what? Insert, update and delete. Insert, update and delete. Let me write it. Insert, update, delete. Insert, update and delete. And in this case, ensure students, here in this we have a keyword called table. Table anta barad. Create table, table name. Alter table, table name. Drop table, table name. Table keyword will come. In case of DML command, table keyword will not come. Insert into table name. Update table set. Update means set will come. Insert means into will come. Delete from table name. Keep this in mind. Okay, modify the structure of the table. Modify the structure of the table means alter only DDL, no definition. This is with respect to the structure. This is with respect to the data, records, right? 50, it may be 60 also, but 50 I can guarantee you for sure. It may be more than for 50 also. Correct expansion form of HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. This I would have known, I think. Hypertext transfer protocol. We'll go for the next question. Conversion of the domain name of each web server into its corresponding IP address. There is a domain name called google.com. Okay, there is a domain name called NCRT. There is a domain name called Deeksha. Deeksha, one website is also there. No, from that to the corresponding IP address, if you have to convert, means what you have to do it. That is called as domain name resolution. That is called domain name resolution. 32D, perfectly right. We'll go for the 33rd question. Converting digital to analog and analog to digital. Which device? Which device? Which one? 33. 33A modem. Modem full form is, it's going to be modulator and demodulator. Modulator and demodulator. We'll go for the 34th question. Network topology where data is transmitted only in one direction. Only in one direction. Remember that. One direction means what? It's going to be a ring. Ring is what? It's a token ring topology or a circular topology. One direction only. Either in the clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, okay, someone is asking me this question. I think it's a valid question. We'll go for that question and come back, students. Let me answer this because I feel it's a valid question. We'll go for this. Domain name system and domain name resolution. What is domain name system? Is a highly powerful computer that's going to match the corresponding IP address. The system that is going to do that. That process is called as domain name resolution. Someone should someone should convert like the given website into the IP address. Someone should do. No, that is called domain name system. Highly powerful server that is going to do this process. That process is called as domain name resolution. Is the point clear? Is the point clear, Vishwas? Tell me. Okay, we'll go for the, hope it is clear, Joel. We'll go for the next question. Okay, we were doing 34th question, it is done. Ring. We'll go for the 35th question. Printing of documents within a building can be done by using which type of network? Remember here, within a building, for example, I'm sitting here, I want to give a printout, and I'll go to the first floor, I want to give a printout. I'll go to the 5th floor and I want to give a printout. So in whichever floor, if I go also, I should be able to give a printout using which type of network? It's going to be LAN. Don't go for PAN, students. PAN is having a limitation. It's having a limitation of 10 meters, because since they're telling within a building means let's go for LAN only. Don't get confused. Perfectly right. We'll go for the 36th question. Approximate range for personal area network 10 meters. Just now I told it is 10 meters. Correct, Alva? 2652. What is it? 2652. Okay, we'll go for the next, the example of half duplex. Okay, I'll explain this simplex, half duplex, and then full duplex. Simplex is what? Only I'm talking, you're not talking. Yes or no? Tell me. I'm only talking. I'm talking. That's going to be a simplex. Radio and TV. That's going to be an example for simplex. What is half duplex? Half duplex means you can also talk, I can also talk, but one at a time. Walkie-talkie is an example for that, right? So it's one way only, right? What we are doing is one way. Okay, so walkie-talkie is going to be what? Two way, but one at a time. When I say over only, then you can talk. When you say over only, then I can talk. That's going to be an walkie-talkie as an example. And unidirectional. That's true for simplex. In case of an full duplex, I'm also talking, you're also talking. I'm also talking, you're also talking. Okay, best is going to be walkie-talkie, isn't it? Some person should listen, only then there is a respect for the other person who is talking. If the other person is talking, the opposite person should listen, isn't it? I feel the half duplex is going to be the best, right? But one at a time. Yeah. Okay, we'll go for, let me mark the answer for this. So half duplex is going to be, answer is walkie-talkie. We'll go for the next question. Mobile phones are an example for which type of data communication? Tell me now. It's going to be full duplex. Talk. Both can talk. Talk. Both can talk. We'll go for the next question. Full duplex communication. See, students, can you able to see? Choose full duplex communication. Same question repeated. Hope we can make some prediction here. So they are repeatedly asking question from communication mode. Communication mode means simplex, half duplex, and full duplex communication. So this is going to be a question repeatedly asked. So don't forget this and be clear with this concept. We'll go for the 40th question. What is 40th question? Communication protocol which establishes a dedicated and direct connection between two communicating devices. So the answer is going to be PPP protocol. See, there may be so many systems, and this system want to communicate with this system. There is so many way. So A wants to communicate with B. It can go through C, it can go through D also, but not like that. No need of an intermediate, no direct connection between source and the destination. That can be achieved through a protocol called PPP protocol. Perfectly right. We'll go with the next question. What is there in the next question with respect to the bandwidth? How many hertz can make 1 kilohertz? I think it's a common sense. We can answer this question. 1000 is going to be equal to 1 kilohertz. We'll go for this. Identify the request-response protocol from the following. Request-response protocol. What is this request-response protocol? For example, I just want to know, certain details about the networking. Let's consider that, I have doubt in networking security. I want to log. I'll just open the Google and give this networking security. What happens? Example, you're going to get so many, details related to that, isn't it? So many websites related information and all you'll get about that particular topic. That means you're requesting a data that will be received by the server and sends back the process information back to the client. Okay, the client is going to send a request to the client is going to send a request to the server, and in server receives the request, process it, and gives back the information back to the client. This is called request response protocol. How it happens? How do you open any website? It is through HTTP protocol only. No, HTTP, TCP, Allah, HTTP protocol. HTTP, please remember here, it's not 2042D. HTTP protocol. Okay, we'll go for the next question. The standard program that are capable working on its own. That means it doesn't require, please remember this one keyword and then you'll be able to understand this. The standalone program, that means it doesn't need any kind of motivation, any kind of, nothing. It is not depending on others for it to get activated. It can work on its own. Self-reliant, self-dependent. So which is that malware that is like that? We should be like that, no? It should be self-reliant, self-dependent, self-inspiring, antivala. Athara. So, athara, which malware is like that? It doesn't need a host application, host program for it to get activated or to get multiplied. Okay, it doesn't need that. It can just do standalone program. Standalone malware is what? Remember that. We should be like that. Not like harming others. Okay, self-reliant, self-dependent, antivala. So, that is called worm. Perfectly right. 43A. We'll go for the next one. Malware that targets user data. Spyware is the answer. I don't know which one you are referring. There are so many handbooks, they have given wrong answer. So the malware that targets user data is spyware. Spyware is the answer. 45th question. Choose the item not belonging to the group. So firewall, worm, virus and ransomware. All these things are, students, what? These are all malware only. No, this is not going to be a malware. This is going to be the right. I just circled it. Should not get confused. Let me erase it. Okay, so firewall is the answer, and these are all the types of malware. These are all the types of malware, whereas firewall is going to be what? It's going to be one of the protection methods against the network security. Network threats, not network security, network threats. Protection against the network threat. Okay, we have done with the MCQs. We'll go with the fill in the blanks. The dash statement in Python used to test an expression in the program code. Which statement is used to test an expression? See, test an expression means you can understand that simply, yeah, assert. Perfect. So this is going to be, the answer is assert here. Dash file consists of data stored as a stream of bytes. Stream of bytes means without worrying, we can just write it as binary file here. Okay, and is it the previous answer? Ransomware, how do student? No power. Okay, no, he's having doubts, student. Just give me a minute. See, ransomware, this is also malware. This is also malware. This is also malware. But firewall is not a malware, no. It's a protection method against the network threat. Is the point clear? I think someone asked the question. I don't know the name of the person. What is his name? Pavan. Arthaita, is it clear? No, not this one, the other one. Okay, so firewall. Okay, we'll go for the next question now. We'll go, fill in the blanks we were doing. Binary means stream of bytes, zeros and ones, you remember. Each row of a table is called, remember, I'm going to tell you, tuple is also same, record is also same. Record, tuple and row, these are all same only, nothing but rows. Single entry in a table is called as tuple, record or row. It's also, can you tell me the number of tuples? Number of tuples. What do you mean by number of tuples is called as what? Number of tuples is called what? Any hint? Okay, very good. So number of tuples is called as cardinality in healthy. What do we call? We call it as cardinality. And number of attributes is called what? Number of attributes is called attribute. Number of attributes is called attribute allari. Number of attributes is called degree. Number of attributes is called as degree. Confused agbardu, I'll repeat. Tuple row record is going to be the same, and cardinality means number of tuples. Row, now we'll go for this. Column, we can give it as a column. We can tell field, column, field, and then what do we have? I think I missed out one more. And then, what is that I missed out? Column is there, field is there, and attribute only, no. Attribute. Okay, column, field, attribute is called as what? Is called as the same. Column, attribute, field, and cell. The total number of attributes give you the degree. Okay, is it right? See, this Pavan is getting stuck. Okay, just cross-verify it. I have given you the reason also. Okay, just check that. Okay, na? We'll go for the next We'll go for each row of a table. Don't keep the doubt only. Please do confirm, because that is what my explanation. Please check it and get it cleared then and there itself. Each row of a table is called what? Is called as a record. Is called as a record. We'll go for dash command, which comes under DML. DML yaudu. I just explain all the detailed DML commands. So insert is going to be the DML command here. Dash is an aggregate function. Dash is an aggregate function in SQL. Aggregate function means what? It works on multiple rows. Aggregate function, group function, scalar function, scalar alla. Aggregate function. Okay, let me just tell you. I'll erase it and then, okay, so aggregate function, group function, and also known as what I can tell. I have to tell you one more name. Aggregate function, group function, and multiple row function. Okay, so aggregate function, group function, multiple row functions. Which are these functions? Max, min, and then sum. We have count function, AVG function, AVG function. These are all the functions that belongs to aggregate functions only. Okay, remember this point. So answer in this is going to be the max. Answer is going to be a max function here. Okay, so next we'll go for the second fill in the blanks. So process of creating an exception object and handing it over to the okay, process of creating an exception object and handing it over to the runtime system is called what? Is called as throwing an exception. Is called as throwing an exception. Very simple. I'll just tell you exception handling again. So what is this? See, you need to have, you can catch a ball only when you throw the ball. And you can throw a ball only when you have an object, when you have a ball, right? Remember this. So what I want to tell you, you can throw a ball only when you have the ball, and you can, if you throw the ball only, they can catch it. Is the point clear? So for you to throw a ball, that means what? You need to have an exception object only, then you can throw the exception. What is throwing an exception? Process of creating an exception object and handing it to the runtime system is called as throwing an exception. Process of finding out the right process of finding out the suitable handler and executing is called as catching an exception. Okay, dash process is also called as pickling. So pickling is called what? Is also called as serialization. Serialization. We'll go for the 53rd question. So what is that 53rd question? Means same data. Same data means, remember students, duplicate. Data duplicacy, athwa we call it as redundancy here. Redundancy is the answer for this question. And we'll go for 54th question. Operator defines the range of values inclusive of boundary values. That means what? We will tell you that I want to know the employees, those who are getting 20,000 salary and 40,000 salary, including those who are getting 20,000 salary, 40,000 salary, between that range. That's why we'll use an operator called between. Between means inclusive, not exclusive. That's why inclusive means what? Between operator. Between operator. We'll go for 55 question. 55 question, the function that converts string into uppercase. Uppercase is U case. See students, can't you not guess in this? L case though will not come. L case will not come, but you should be knowing L case is lower case, right? We'll go for the next fill in the blanks. Dash disrupts the normal execution of the program. Dash, which one will disrupts the normal flow of execution? Exception. Okay, exception. It disrupts the normal flow of execution. And then dash module is used to perform read-write operation. Which module will help us to read-write operations? Very simple. In case of binary files, we're going to have a module called pickle module. Just remember that pickle module here. Okay, we'll go for the 58th question. Dash refers to the duplication of data in a database. Duplication means what, students? This is repeated. See here, redundancy, they've repeated again and again. Redundancy is the answer for this. And we'll go for the next question. What is the next question? Dash clause is used along with the select to avoid the duplicate values. See, there is a chance that you people can get confused here. Let me just explain. Dash refers to the duplication of data in a database. Duplication of data is called what? Redundancy. It is called as redundancy. What about 59th question? Which clause is used along with the select command to avoid duplicate value? For example, I am from Bangalore. Okay, I am from Bangalore. And there is another person. Let's consider Joel. Joel is from which place? Let's consider that he's from Bangalore. Okay, I'm going to consider another person who is also from Bangalore. Okay, let's consider another person. Let's consider astronaut. Okay, astronaut is also from Bangalore. But I just want to have tuples which are unique tuples, which avoids the duplicacy. That means I will make use of distinct clause. Distinct clause will give me Bangalore only. It will not give the repeated. So that means distinct clause is an example for that, isn't it? Distinct clause is an example for that. We'll go for the 60th question. Dash operation is used to combine the selected rows of two tables at a time. Dash operation is used to combine the selected rows of two tables at a time. Combine. See here. What is the answer for 60th? Heli noda. Ma'am, how to prepare for MCQs? MCQs, I've made you the slide also. Go through with the model paper, preparatory papers, and also from what I can tell you, question bank, which you've already referred, not the first time you're referring some book. What I can tell you, the question bank which you've already prepared, some highlighted point in the textbook you can go through. Product wrong, Alvenri. Product is wrong, students. You need to go for union only. The question itself is wrong here, right? Addition barbeku, correct. So dash operation used to combine the selected rows of two tables at a time means this is wrong. It should be union. Okay, union is to combine the selected rows of two tables. See here, if we consider product means how you are understanding it should be Cartesian product. Cartesian product means it gives all the rows. Getting my point? Is the point clear? So in case of Cartesian product, all the rows will come. If you put some condition, that will become a join. Remember, join is basically Cartesian product with condition. Whereas in case of this question, combining selected rows means I can't put condition. Selected row means I have to put condition. That means it will be union only. Cannot be a product. Product will be wrong. And there is no operation. For example, we have what? Union is there, intersection is there, and minus is there. There is no product. Product means Cartesian product. Cartesian product means all tuples, all combination will come. We'll go for the next question. Hope this is clear. The answer should be union, not product. The question itself is wrong. We'll go for the next main. Okay, so we'll go for this 2 markers. I'll drink a little bit. Oh, hi. So many hands have come. Just give me some time, students. I'll just drink some water. Am I going a bit fast? Are you able to catch me? Are you able to understand? I feel, like I'm going a bit fast. No? You can manage? Not fast? Okay. See, ultimate point is that if you benefit only, then, this will become relevant. I can understood. Ma'am, continue. Okay. 7 Acharya. That's right. Not fast. Okay. So that, your time also simply I can't keep dragging this. Isn't it? If I do very slowly, then you lose the interest and there's no point in doing it. Taking less time, you need to cover it. That's the point. I want to end 2 marker, 3 marker, 5 marker. See, 9 is already over for 2 mains. Let's see. I have made videos to flying. Okay, flying wings. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice flying wings. See, I have told you, I have made so many videos, students. You can just see once. I'm not telling you to just, watching the videos will definitely waste the time. Don't think in that way. Go through the videos. At least you'll get an idea like what I should do. You'll get an idea. So for example, we have so many chapters I have done for 70 on 70. No problem. You watch that little bit. You'll get an idea because I have just told you by preparing 7 to 8 chapters. It depends on how much marks I have covered for 50 marks also, 60 marks also, 70 marks also. How many marks you want it without programming. Everything I've covered in all the slides. So just go through with that. Okay, if you want 50 marks, I can tell you the chapters. 60 marks, I can tell you. Go through with that. No, because in this slide, I can't tell everything. Skip. No. Is it okay? Mahi is telling skipping. SQL carries 15 marks. You cannot afford to lose that. It's a simple chapter. I have told you whatever is there in that complete revision, that respective chapter you go through. Ashtu matra odi. That's more than enough. Okay, we'll continue. Let's not waste the time. We'll go for the second question now. Second 2 marker study, students. What is prefix and the postfix expression? What is prefix expression? The expression where the operator appears before the operand. That means what, students? That means it's going to be plus xy. The operator will come before the operand. Postfix means after the operand. It's very simple. Okay, we'll go for the next question now. So what is there in the next question? Hi, Vishwas. Okay, we'll go for the 62nd question. Write implementation of stack in Python to check whether a stack is empty or not. Okay, they'll ask you the operation. This you should be knowing. Push, pop, and then is empty. They'll ask. Push means to insert an element to the stack, and pop means removal of element from the stack. And what do you mean by is empty? Is empty is to check whether the stack is empty or not. Very simple. Push means what? Inserting an element. Stack of Bangalore. Remember, stack means stack of Bangalore. I can do insertion removal only from one end. That is called the top of the stack. Okay, so we'll go for this now. So what is there? Is empty. See, you should not have any space there. Is empty. If len of stack equal to 0, we are returning true. Else it's going to be return false. Correct? No, you're checking the length only. We'll go for the next question. So what is there? See, we can expect definitely 50 marks from the model paper, student. Those who have joined now, you can, I can assure you 50 marks. We'll have an analysis also. Tomorrow we'll have an analysis also, how exactly which questions have come. Okay, we'll do that analysis also. 50 for sure, I can tell you. Okay, with appropriate syntax, explain the push operation on stack using Python. Very simple. Push means what? Inserting an element only. How can I insert the element? See here, I have 10. Then after this 20 I have to do. I have to put 30, and after that 40 I have to put. When I have to put one element after one another. No, what I'm trying to tell. Okay, store one element, after that one more element, and after that one more element. If you have to keep storing one element after the other, that means you need to make use of an append function only. Append function, how do you call? List dot append function. So what is the list here? Stack is the list here. There's a function called push function. It is taking an argument, stack, and the element. So stack dot append element. Is the point clear? Very simple function. Just call the function append function. Function how to call? Stack dot append, list dot append. Okay, so we'll go for the next question. So what do we have now? Write to applications of queues in computer science. So handling multiple requests on a web server. Highlight the point. So in all the 2 marker, 3 marker, what I will be telling is, I will be highlighting those points. Please do. You should also highlight in your this thing. You should also highlight in your answer sheets, so that the validator will see, looking at the keywords only, they will be able to give the marks for you. Okay, they can't keep looking for the whole answers. Keyword should be highlighted, not all the should be. Not should be like this. No, this is wrong. So you need to highlight important points. Okay, for example, request. Okay, we'll go for the request. Then we have job scheduling. Then we have print request. Okay, these are some of the examples. Could you plead the syntax if you don't mind? Yeah, rewind the video. See, what do we have? We have a function called def. Push is there, and it is going to be list, and then it's going to be an element. How do we do it? List dot append function. Append what, students? Append element only, no? Append element only. Ma'am, can we write it like this? Can we write it like this? Definitely it's not. List will be. A list is acting as a stack here. That's it. You can write like this also. Is it clear? Understood? Artha aitala? We'll go with the next question now. So, hope you've understood, students. We'll go for the next. For the elements ZX and C, perform NQ and DQ operations. So NQ, DQ. NQ is what? Q, hope you can understand. Insertion will be from the rear end and deletion will be from the front end. Okay, so there are some elements 10, 20, 30. Let's consider the students only here. So who are the students? We have Joel here, we have Manoj here, and we have Sensodyne. We have Sensodyne also here. So who has come? So we have Manoj, and we have Joel, and we have Sensodyne here. Sensodyne, very nice. So Manoj here. So they is asking doubts. Manoj, Joel, and Sensodyne is asking me the doubts. So we'll be able to clear the doubt who has asked me the first doubt, first doubt. That means I'm going to clear Manoj's doubt first, and then I'll send him. Then send him where? Okay, I'll just clear his doubts, and then we'll go for Joel. I'll clear his doubts, and that means we'll send him from the queue. I can tell. Sending from the queue. Okay, sending from the queue means DQ. DQ. Getting my point. And next we have one more person coming here. Who is that one more person? Let's consider Chetan Nayak. Chetan Nayak, I'm going to take it here. I'm going to take it Chetan Nayak here. And we have one more person here, Vishwas. Vishwas also I'm going to consider here. So what am I going to do it? NQ is inserting an element from the back end and deleting an element from the front end is called as inserting an element from the front end is called as what I'm trying. Inserting an element from the back end. See, if any one person wants to ask me the doubt, I'll put him here only. No, Manoj will not allow me to put that person here because Manoj's doubt is still there. After clearing, then I need to focus on Joel doubt and then Sensodyne and then Chetan and then Vishwas. This is called Q. Inserting an element Q is called as an NQ operation and deleting an element is called as a DEC operation. It's the DQ operation, not DQ operation. So what they have done, NQ they have done. That means Z will come, then X will come, C will come, and then I have to remove it. How do you remove it? Z will go, X will go, C will go. After that, see, DEC. Okay, DEC means what? See, I think they have missed out 3. One more should be there. This is wrong. Okay, this will give you DEC means XC will give. Yeah, that's true only, no? Yeah, it's right. Okay, C will be removed, and after that X will be removed, C will be there. Okay, 1 minute, we'll take a minute and then we'll try to understand this. See, NQ is there, I'll put Z. After that NQ operation I'm doing, X will come. NQC is there, I'll put here. And DEC I have to do. DEC means removal of an element. I'm going to remove this. And this one DEC over. Okay. And second DEC means X will be over. And third DEC, C will be over, means empty only. No. We'll get an empty Q. Sorry, I'm telling DEC. DQ if you do it, you're going to get one empty Q after performing this. Hope you can understand what is DEC and what is DQ. DQ is removal of an element. DEC is basically a version of Q where an insertion and deletion takes place from both the end. We'll go for the next question. First, you can remove. Yeah. Good. How many marks is this? This is going to be 2 markers only, students. 2 markers only I'm completing. Let's do operations on double-ended Q. Double-ended Q is nothing but DEC only. What you can do, both the end, no, write everything. Insert front, insert right, deletion front, delete right. Is there any doubt in this? Inserting an element from the front at the front of the queue, inserting new element at the rear of the queue. Name itself is suggest students, it's very simple, you should not miss such questions. Inserting an element to the front, inserting an element from the rear. That means if Vishwas will come, I'll just ensure him like I'll put him before Manoj. That is possible. Is the point clear? Okay, so that means I can do insertion, deletion from both the end. I can also delete from Vishwas. I can also remove Vishwas. I can insert, I can delete the way I want, I can do it. Is the point clear? Okay, astronaut. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Okay, what is collision situation and what is collision resolution? Collision. Okay, let me give you an idea for this and then do it. See, students, what do we do in case of linear search? Okay, we have some students, I'm going to take the name of the student only. Manoj, I'm going to take it and then I'm going to take it. Flying wings, I'm going to take it and then I'm going to take Joel. Joel is there and then Bojamma. Okay, Vamshika, I'll take Vamshika. Okay, these Vamshika. Okay, these are there. These are the students I have it. I need to find out where is Joel. Students, I have just randomly, the people are there here and then I'm just find out where is Joel. What do I do in linear search? I'm going to check, is he Joel? Yes, I got Joel. I'll say that he is present in the index 2. I'm going to say that he is present in index 2. And next I want to search Vishwas is there or not. Is he Vishwas here? That's going to be linear search. Each and every element I'm going to check it. That's going to be linear search. That's going to be traversing.
What about with respect to the other technique, binary search? Binary search, let's consider another example only here. I have kept the mobile in the first floor. I'll equally, but I don't know where I've kept it. I equally divided. Okay, let me search in the first floor first and then the second floor. I equally divide it in terms of boundary and then make the search. Okay, but I clearly know that I have not kept in first floor, I will not search only, then I'll go for the second floor. So equally I'm going to divide it. Okay, boundary, setting the boundary there. Okay, in case of collision resolution, what do? I'm going to ensure that I'm going to keep my mobile on my table only there. Can you tell me where is my mobile? On my table only, no? Like that, what do? I'm going to ensure, I'm going to keep the elements 10, 20, 30. Here I have some elements. I'm going to place these elements in the respective position. Ma'am, everything you have taken 10, 20, 30, this will not work. Yes, it will not work. Usually I have a habit of taking this. So I'll take 22, 33 and 44. So now it will work, right? Okay. So now what do I have this? I'm going to store these elements in the respective index. Store 10 in the 0 index. That means take a number, divide by 10 and take a modulus of that. If you take a number, divide by 10, take a modulus of it, what is the remainder? That's going to be 0. Remainder is going to be 2. Remainder is going to be 3. Remainder is going to be 4. Place 10 here. 22 I'm going to place it here. 33 I'm going to place it here. 44 I'm going to place it here. Can you tell me how I'm going to place my 51? Where will I place 51? In the index 1 only, no? Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Where should I place 51? Where should I place 51? Heli noda. 51 where should I place? 51 should be placed in 1 only. Getting my point? 51 only I should place it. That means, students, you know where exactly you have kept your mobile. I've not randomly kept it and searched it. No, that's not the way. Keep it properly. For example, I'll give you a number like 45. 45 means you will tell me that, ma'am, place it, it is there in 5. That means just with one iteration I can do it. With one iteration is a wrong word, I'm telling you. With one comparison only I can do it. Because if I say 66, you are telling me that, ma'am, store it in 6. You store it in 6. Getting my point? So that quickly we'll be able to do it. But what is the problem? Ma'am, what if I give a number? Okay, there is one person called, who is that person? Let's consider that, Flying Wings is there. Flying Wings is telling, ma'am, how do you store 70? You tell me. 70, how will I store it? 70, ma'am, how will you store it? You tell me. 70, I have to store it here only, no, index will become 0. This is called collision. Getting my point? What is collision? When 2 or more elements are mapped to the same location in a hash table, this is called as hash table. This is called as hash table. So placing 1 or more elements in the same location in the hash table is called as collision. And is there any methods to overcome this collision? Technique to overcome collision is called as collision resolution. That means each element will have a different hash address. You need to have a different hash address. That means collision resolution is a way of coming out from the collision. Is the point clear? That means collision, you should tell. That means what? 2 or more elements will be assigned to the same address, and technique to overcome that is called as collision resolution. If a function is having a unique hash address, in this case we had this, no, let's consider that, let's consider this, we didn't have that 70. Now this becomes an perfect hash function. This becomes perfect hash function because every element is having unique hash address. That becomes a that becomes a perfect hash function. That becomes a perfect hash function. Okay. We'll go for the next slide now. Define the terms. In nodi ade question na helide bantidika matte hashing andre eno, a technique used to find the presence of a key in a list. Just one step using a formula called hash function. So what was the formula? 45 means what? 45 divided by 10, that's going to be 4. 40 remainder is what? 45 modulus 10. If you do it, this function is called as a hash function, wherein each and every element will get one hash address. That is called hashing. A function which gives a unique address in the hash table, no collision. That is called perfect collision, perfect hash function we call it. Hashing, please ma'am. Hashing andre eno, A technique to find the presence of a key in a list in just one step. I just told you, for example, in the previous slide only, if you go for this, if I tell you, ma'am, I have to find out 52 means what? 52 means you will tell that you want to store it in 2, no? Similarly, I'm going to store any element. For example, if I get it as 78, you will tell me that I'm going to store it in 8. Right? Hashing is what? It's a technique. It's a technique to find the presence of a key in a list in just one step only, you will tell, by finding out the modulus operator and finding the remainder. That is called hashing. And function that is used to do that, that is called as hash function. A hash function, there is no collision, that is called perfect hash function. We'll go with the next question. What is that? Explain any two applications of modified binary search. Just say this: indexing used in database, routing tables, underline, dictionaries, underline, you need to do it. Indexing, routing, dictionary is there. So we'll give the marks. Okay, we'll go with the next question. So write the rules which are imposed on an attribute of the relation. What are the rules they say? That means each and every attribute, there should be a unique name. For example, I need to store all your details now. Okay, there is a name called Study Express is there. I need to store his name now, Study Express. Okay, and Joel is there, and then we have one more. Joel is there, Joel. Okay, then we have Manoj. We have Manoj. So there are so many people here, and I want to store all these details. What I have to store? That means I have to store there under a unique name only, no? Unique name should be there. These are all the name of the student. This is unique. I can't stem these names under the same attribute name again. I need to have every time. For example, I need to store their age. Then that should be age. That means each and every attribute should have a unique name. That is called as an one of the condition or the rule for the attribute of the relation. And order can be anything. I can place the order anywhere. That means to say that what? I can store Joel record first, and then Study Express, and then Manoj, and then Flying Wings. Whatever the order, I can store the tuples here. Order does not count. We'll go for the next question. Two uses of database in a real life application. Any two uses you can write: banking, agriculture, inventory management, organization, online shopping. Ensure that how to write it, write the heading and your stories. Is the point clear? Because this is general question only, you can write it. So write the heading properly, underline it, this you put, and then write the stories. Underlining, and you leave a line gap so that we can clearly see the heading and then give the marks. Clear? We'll go with the next question. So explain the rules of unique constraints in a database. What are the unique constraints? Unique constraint means that means each and every tuple, each and every value can have a unique value there. It should not be repeated. I cannot have for example, I'm giving you the, let's consider that I'm giving the date of birth. Date of birth can repeat. So what is that? Register number. Register number should be unique only, no? Mobile number of each person I'm taking, then that should be unique only. It cannot be repeated. So unique means distinct values we need to have. That construction, that restriction we can put by using a constraint called unique constraint. Basically for ensuring the distinct value and also avoiding the duplicacy. That is one of the way. Artha ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? Ma'am, for the application we should give one line explanation. Yes, you can give some. Okay, ensure that one line explanation is enough for that. It's not that so much you need to explain. 1 or 2 lines maximum you can go for. 1 or 2 lines saaku, jaastinu bekagilla. But one line but one word bardre agalla. Explain means you need to have some explanation also there. Okay, so we'll go for the next question now. So explain that. We have done with this. We'll go for the difference between char and varchar data types in SQL. Char is what? Fixed length character. That means, for example, if I give 10 characters means 10 also will be allocated here. Out of that, if I give my name as Shilpa, I'll just allocate only 6 letters. Only 6 letters will be allocated. Rest of them will be wasted. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I take, then rest of them is wasted only. No, it's all wasted. In case of varchar, it's not like that. Variable length character. If I give varchar 10, what will happen? 10 space maximum 10 space I can have, but it takes only 6 only. Why, ma'am? Because my name is 6 letters. So it's a run time. See how beautiful it is. It does the allocation based on run time. So my name is 6, it will take 6. Joel is there, it will take only 4 letters. So like that, it is going to take the person and name, and then name the person, it will see, and then allocate the memory accordingly. But maximum should be 10 only. We cannot have some big names here. Getting my point? 60 you might get, but 50 for sure. We'll go for the delete statement. Delete statement, how do we write it? So delete from table name, delete from table name, delete from table name, where clause. Okay, we can have some where condition here. So this is going to be the syntax. Basically, for deleting the records, we use this. Is the point clear? We'll go with the next question. Describe the instr function in MySQL. What is instr? It is used to find the position of the first occurrence of the substring within the given string. For example, there is a string called creative. Within that creative string, I need to find out where exactly EA. Is the point clear? There is, for example, there is something called, one big name is there. Let me consider this. Roshni Biswal, Roshni Biswal, something is there. I just want to find out whether, which name, Bis. Let me consider Bis. I just find out where is Bis. That means extracting a substring from the given string and getting to know the index, where exactly it is there. That is called as in string. Example is creative EA is there. It is going to give the output as 3. And very important point in SQL, the index starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, not 0, 1, 2, 3. So how it is 3? It's 1, 2, 3. Is the point clear? So now tell me, let me ask this question. So we have one question here called ma'am, syllabus for repeaters. Okay, please reply same syllabus. What is the syllabus for the repeaters? Okay, so I think students, it will be with respect to the same only. They will not going to change you. It is going to be the same syllabus. It will be the same syllabus, C++ only. Okay, this is for the current syllabus what I'm doing. Okay, so we'll go for this. Now understand that SQL will be there only from 1, 2, 3, 4, not from 0 index. Understand this. We'll go for the next question. Mention any 2 network devices. The network devices will be what? Modem, hub, switch, repeater, router, gateway, Ethernet, card, and RJ45. These are any 2 network devices. You can write it. We'll go for the next question. Write a note on bus topology. So what is the bus topology? Bus topology is going to be what? It's each and every node will be connected to the main central cable. It will be connected to the main central cable, and here it's going to be bidirectional. Data can transfer in both direction from this, and also it can travel from this, and also it can travel. If this sends a message to this, then the message will be transmitted via the central cable. But if the central cable fails, everything fails. So whenever you're explaining the topology, ensure that you're going to write the diagram and then the explanation. Okay, we'll go with the next question. What is URL? I'll explain. URL is going to be a uniform resource locator. The uniform resource identifier is the unique address. Where exactly you would have stored your web address? No, that web pages you would have stored. No, this entire web address is called as an URL at the URI. Uniform resource locator, the uniform resource identifier. This entire web address is called as uniform resource locator. Getting my point, students? Hope you are understanding. We'll go to the next question. Define data and communication. Data refers to the raw facts. Communication is sending and receiving of data is called as communication. Very simple question only they've asked. Mention the 2 types of circuits. Switching technique. Switching technique means what? It's going to be wherein, where source want to send information to the destination, then through which intermediate nodes it can send it. Okay, is it prefixed or is it dynamic? Okay, that is done using a switching techniques that is called circuit switching, and we have packet switching. They've just asked you to mention. You can mention here. We'll go to the next question. Explain point-to-point protocol. Point-to-point protocol means direct communication. For security, for ensuring the security, we can do this. That is called as a point-to-point communication. Remember this. Please reply. Okay. 1 minute, let me just check here. Ma'am, can we get 60 marks? Okay. 60 marks, I cannot tell. 50 marks for sure. You might get 60 also. Okay. But no, I don't want to assure that 60. Repeat. But 60 marks, I have given you some questions. You can refer for that. Full form of ROI. ROI. I have not heard of this ROI. Please reply, ma'am. Repeat is guys, model paper in the ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 50 55 plus okay questions, very important questions, everything ever covered in the other video. Students, you can just kindly refer. We'll go for the next question. So what is the need of exception handling? For a smooth flow of execution, I don't want the program getting hashed. It should not get abruptly terminated. That is one thing. And clearly it's going to separate the error handling code with the main logic. That's going to be one point. And different handlers, for example, zero division is there. We have something called as an value error is there, type error is there. Different errors I'll be able to handle it with respect to the exception handling. Any 3 points if you write it, that's be more than enough. Okay, we'll go for the next question. So these are all the 3 markers. What I'll be explaining will be the 3 markers, students. So we'll just go for the next question. So what is the purpose of the assert statement? Assert is to check the condition. If it falls only, then the assertion error rises. So how do we write it? Assert expression argument. This is going to be an optional. Assert num2 is not equal to 0. For example, I have taken a number as 30. 30 is not equal to 0. 30 is not equal to 0 means what? Is it true or false? So definitely it's going to be true only, right? So true only. It's not equal to 0. It's true only. That means assertion error never rises. If it never rises means directly it will go here. It will go for this. Let's consider 30. 30 by 10 anta tagorona. Num1 is going to be n1 is equals to 10. n2 is equals to 30 now. What I have taken? Okay. 1 minute. Erase it and we'll do it again. Okay, n1 is equals to 30, n2 is equals to 10, n1 divided by n2, 30 by 10. This is going to be right. No error, no assertion error. But whereas with respect to n2, if I take it as 0, then this is n2 is equal to 0. It is failing the condition. At that time an error rises. Which error? Assertion error rises. Is the point clear? We'll go with the next question now. Ma'am is also full marks. Is all this enough for full marks? 3 model paper plus preparatory marks. Full marks, how can we assure students? Definitely you cannot assure, but definitely it's for accountancy, I think. Return on investment. ROI, yes, even I don't know about ROI. Why not aim for 70 out of 70 then, depending on model paper? But model paper you cannot, students, I want you to prepare. If you're preparing for 70 or 60 or 50 or 40 or just pass or whatever it is, model paper is a must. That's why I have chosen model paper again for this live session, so that you can be sure of the concept. See, you would have said, you will be knowing that model paper is important, but how much are you thorough in that is the difference, is the key point. First of all, it's the new time, this is the new syllabus. See, they'll give more on, they don't want to take chances as such. Can I write in points? Definitely you need to write in terms of points only, not in terms of paragraph. Toppers paper I have covered, students. Okay, let me request. I think they will be releasing it today. Okay, they'll be releasing it today. Okay, we will just ensure that, I'll just tell them that they have to release it today. Clear? Okay, we'll go for the define the following exception handler. A block of code returned to handle errors in a program and prevent it from crashing. What is exception handler? Handler is basically an except block code. That code basically that handles error. Throwing an exception, I just told you what is throwing an exception. Process of creating an exception object and then giving it to the handovers and handing it toward the runtime system is called as throwing an exception. What is catching an exception? Catching an exception means finding out the suitable exception handler and executing it is called as catching an exception. You can catch a ball. You can catch a ball only when another throw a ball. You can throw a ball only when you have a ball. Exception object, throwing an exception and then catching an exception. Remember this point. Okay, so we'll go for difference between LAN and SWAN. We'll go for that. Okay, we have a 3 file opening modes, in which all the modes we can open, students. I'll just tell you very briefly. You'll be able to write it. R mode, W mode, A mode. Read mode, write mode, and then A mode. So what is plus means both read and write. Plus means read and write. So we can have plus r, it can be plus r or it can be r plus. Similarly, we have plus w and then w plus we can have plus a and then a plus. What is a plus? A plus is going to be an append mode. Okay, append modes means we will be writing the content at the end of the file. Okay, not from the beginning of the file. So what is B here? B means binary. B means binary. That's the point clear? So any of these modes you can write it. Any 3 file modes means very simple. You take it and you write it off. Okay. We'll go for the next mode. That's going to be write a note on the. Okay, we'll go for write a note on the text files. So what is text file? Text file is going to be what? Text file is going to be a normal file wherein you're going to store in terms of the characters, numbers and the special symbols. But each and every text, for example, I want to write something called as whatever, Savin Acharya. Okay, I want to write this about Savin Acharya in the text file. Savin means the ASCII value of yes will be stored. A ASCII value will be stored. Then we have V here. ASCII value of each and every character will be stored in that. Is the point clear? And for example, I want to write it Savin here, and then I want to write Joel here, and then I want to write CGSM. I want to write here in the file. Then after each line, I need to have /n. This /n is called as end of line. Where is that end of line? End of line is also called as delimiter. These are the points you have to keep in mind. Is the point clear? So end of line will come here only in the text file, not in the binary file. We'll go for the next question. We have come for answer the following students. So this is also going to be on 3 marker only. Open a file exam.txt. How do you open a file? There are 2 methods of opening a file. One is with respect to with open function. Another is going to be an open function. So they have used with open function only, but using with clause only they have given. So you have to use that clause only. With open exam.txt. This is going to be the read mode as file object. Print what? File.read is there. This is the function. And next what do you do? They have just explained here. This is automatically closes the file. With open clause automatically closes the file and reads the entire content of the file and display the content of the screen. This is whatever is there in the file, that content will be displayed. We'll go for the next question. That's going to be defined. Constant time algorithm means what? Without any loop remains constant. Time complexity is going to be 1 only. Linear time algorithm means what? Algorithm with 1 loop, and then it's going to be time complexity is going to be n. It's going to be linear. And algorithm with nested loop and time complexity is going to be n square. So many times they've asked this question, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll come for the LAN and WAN students. We'll do it. Because that will be repeated there. That's why I have not I have not addressed LAN WAN. So many will come. We'll address that. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, we'll go for the bubble sort. In case of bubble sort, what I told you, very simple. Two loops, one condition, and then one condition, and then what you're going to have it? You're going to have some swapping technique. What is the 2 loops? 2 loop is going to be 1 loop from 0 to n. 0 to n is there. Algorithm means algorithm only you need to write. In terms of steps only you need to write. All the algorithm, whatever the for loop is there, you need to write it in terms of while loop only. 0 n, and then see here, I have told you that while loop means you're going to write the condition here, and then you're going to write the initial value here, and then you're going to write the statements here, then we'll have increment or decrement. This is the syntax of the while loop. Remember this. So I equal to 0, I is less than n, repeat the steps, and then I'm going to have another loop. Another loop is what? 0 to n minus I minus 1. For example, let's consider 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 means I'm going to do what? I'm going to compare these 2 elements and then swap it 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to compare these 2, 4, 3, 5, 2, 1. And then I'm going to compare these 2, 4, 3, 2, 5, 1. And then I'm going to compare this 2. Then it will become 1, 5. See here, at the end of the first iteration, then it will be, then the last element, the largest element will be sorted. So next thing I have to compare, mean these 2 only have to compare, this. That means I have to reduce the number of iterations for the next. That's why it is n minus I minus 1. Okay, so how do we do it? And these 2 are basically comparing it, and after that, if it's greater, if j is greater than j minus 1, then it's going to be what? So sorry, this is going to be j and this is going to be j plus 1. If j is going to be greater than j plus 1, only then I'll do the swapping. or else I'll not do the swapping. I'll remain as it is. For example, 3, 4, 2 means why will I swap this? It's already arranged. 4, 2 is there only, I'll swap it. 4, j is greater than j plus 1 means only I will swap it. Keep this in the mind. Clear? And what I have done? I've incremented the j, I've incremented the I. Both have incremented. And done with this. Is the point clear? Ma'am, binary search wide area network that will come. Ma'am, biology class Yavaga. So I'm not sure about the biology class students. I had a selection sort program execution in this which I hadn't prepared. Okay, that's sad. Okay, we'll go with the next question. What is the basic principle behind the bubble sort? Just tell me, what do we do? Basic principle, whatever I told. No, repeatedly comparing the element, the constitutive elements, adjacent elements will compare it. If it's going to be greater, then I'm going to swap it. And after the first iteration, largest element will be bubbled up. For n element, I'm going to do n minus 1 iterations like this. Whatever you've understood, underline some keywords and then write it. Is the point clear? We'll go with the next question. So write an algorithm to search an element using a linear search method. It's very simple. I equal to 0, I is less than n. Repeat the step 3. That means, what do? I'm going to check each and I told you, no, Manoj is there and then who is there here? Manoj is there, Joel will be there, and then Bloodhound. Blood is there, some blood is there also they have given here. Okay, so I just want to search whether, blood is there or not. Let's consider. Okay, is he here? Is he here? Is he here? That means each and every element I'm checking. Each and every element I'm checking here. That means I need to do the iterations from the beginning till the end. That's why it is going to be 0 till n. If it's there, what will I say? I will say that element is found. For example, is it blood? Is it? Yes, I've got it. The element is in the, position 2. 0, 1, 2. Found it 2. Found it 2. Ma'am, how come it is 2? 3 only. No, 2 plus 1 is what, student? 3 only. You can write that. After comparing everything, for example, I just want to search. Let's consider what I want to search. I want to search CGSM. CGSM is not there here, not here, not here. I've searched everything. Then I will come to the conclusion that unsuccessful search. After checking for Manoj, I'll go for Joel, no. After checking for Joel, I'll go for blood, no. That means to say that I'm doing increment every time when there is no proper search. That is given by else. Clear? This is linear search. We'll go for the next question. List the 3 possibilities that can occur in the binary search. What are the possibilities? Very simple. I'm going to take an element here, 10, 20, 30. Here I can take because anyway it's going to be sorted only. Remember, the element should always be sorted in the binary search. Element should always be, yes, I'm doing binary search. So many have asked me for the binary search. I'm doing in detail. You can focus here. Algorithm will be confirmed, students. You need to focus. Yes, we'll go for this now. So we have elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I want to search 30. This binary search, first thing, it should be in a sorted way. It's a sorted way. After sorted way, what will come? Then you need to set the boundary. This is going to be beginning and this is going to be my end. This is going to be 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Index only I'm taking. And find out the middle value. Is 30 there? Middle value means what? 0 plus 4 by 2. 0 plus 4 by 2 means what? Beginning plus end by 2. That means 0 plus 4 by 2 means 2 only, no? Is element present? Yes, element is present, that's all. Done. Ma'am, what if 10? What if I have to search 10? What will I do? The same procedure goes. Beginning equal to 0, end is equals to this. N minus 1 only. Come find out the middle value. This is going to be my middle value now. This is going to be my mid now. And now tell me, is your element greater than A of mid? L the list alva. List, is it greater than L of mid? 10 I want to search. No, 10 I want to search means, no ma'am, my element is less. My element is less. In this case, if element is less means what will I do? I restrict my search from here to here only. This is already compared. I'm going to search between 10 and 20 only. From here to here, what I have to do? I'm compare here to here. Here to here means what is this? I've changed my end to here. Change the end, change the end will be mid minus 1. What is end? End will be mid minus 1. End will be mid minus 1. Is the point clear? End will be mid minus 1. Now what will I do? Again I'll calculate the mid. Mid is equals to what? 0 plus 2 by 2. What is 0 plus 2 by 2, students? 1 only. I've got 1 now. I've got this is 1. Ma'am, 20 is not there. No, ma'am. 20 is not there. Again, what do? I will refix the boundary. Because 20 is not there, it should be between this and this only. Again, I change. Because still my element is less only. Less means I'll change the end. What will I change? I'm going to make my end as mid minus 1. Mid minus 1 means what, students? 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. Now you find out the mid. What is mid? Mid is equals to 0 plus 0 by 2. Ma'am, what is 0 plus 0 by 2? Everything is 0 only, no ma'am? Yes, 0 only. Is 10 equal to? I'm going to check again. Is equal to L of mid? L of 0. Is L of 0 equal to 10? Yes, it is so. We will say that element is present. Element is present. Very simple. If you're going to check for the boundary, if the element is present in the middle, we say the element is there. If the element is before, if the element is in the first half, okay, if the element is going to be, if the element is going to be less, I'm going to change my end. If the element is going to be greater, I'm going to change my beginning. Beginning will come here. I'm going to shift. I'm going to search only in the second half. This is the point clear? If the element is greater, I'm going to search in the second half. If the element is going to be less, I'm going to search in the first half. Remember this. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. Is the point clear? How to explain the searching working of such algorithm, you're asking. So what you can do is very simple. Take the element and do it in the form of table. Each and every time you have to show what is mid. So how you have to show it? Very simple. I'll just show you. Let me erase it and show you what I'm trying to do. Yeah, so what you can do, you can just write here, like if the element, first find out what is beginning, what is end, okay, and then how do you find out the mid value? Okay, what if the element is going to be, according to the algorithm, you have one step by step is there, no? First going to find out beginning and then end, and then it's going to be middle, and then I'm going to write it, what if element is going to be greater, element is equals to L of mid. Okay, this is one condition. What if element is going to be greater than L of mid? What if element is going to be less than L of mid? Like this, I'm going to write it. Make a table. What is the value of beginning? 0. This is going to be n minus 1. What is this? 0 plus n by 2. Like this, you need to write a table for each iteration. Gotaita? Hope you've understood, students. Hope they should not ask. Yeah. Ma'am, showing searching in table format will be asked. The chances is less, but if because if they ask you to arrange the elements, means you have to show it in this way only, so that you will also be thorough with the logic, like how it be represented, and that is what they expect. They don't expect the algorithm for you to write it. Okay, not for the algorithm. This is the answer for representation, arrangement of elements. Okay, or not arrangement of elements. To find an element using a binary search, you have to show each iteration, means this is how you have to write it. Because there is no hard question from this, the chances is less. They may ask you algorithm only, hopefully. Okay, we'll go with the next question now. What is hashing, and explain how it improves the efficiency of a searching. I told you hashing is basically going to find out the presence of a key in just one step. How efficiency? You can write with respect to what you can write. You can just write with respect to time efficiency, time complexity will be less, and then you can just find out in one comparison. And you need not have to search for each iteration. No, and there will be no iteration, only just with one comparison. All those key points you can write it here, and how they have find out hash function also they have given using a modulus. Okay, we'll go for We'll go for the next question. Database schema, data constraints, and data manipulation. Schema is the entire structure, what I can tell, the entire design of the skeleton of the database is called as a database schema. What all includes all the tables, fields, data type, constraints, and relationship. Constraint is the restrictions. What are the restrictions that are put onto a column so that you'll have the reliability of the values? That means age cannot be negative, marks cannot be negative in case of PU. So they are called as constraints. What are data manipulation? Data manipulations are basically modifying the data. How can you modify the data? By making use of operations like insertion, deletion, and updations of records. We'll go for the next question. Explain the limitations of manual data record keeping. Please understand, it's going to be just by having for example, I want to store all the details of the students using a register. Using registers means what are the delimits or the disadvantages of that means time consuming, difficult to update, prone to error, storage issue. Generally also, if you write also, we'll be able to give the mark. We should be giving the marks because it is a general question only. We'll go for the describe the database schema. Database schema, I just told you, it's going to be the entire design blueprint and then going to be the skeleton of the database, which contains all the tables, fields, and then constraints. Okay, all the constraints, relationship, everything will come. That is called as database schema. We have a single row function. Single row functions, there are 3 single row functions given here. So they've asked you to explain in three single row functions: power function, round function, and mod function. Power function is basically raised to the power of x raised to the power of y. So select power of 2, 3, and round function, very simple. So it basically rounds off to the 1 digits. So here I need to have only 1 digit. See the next number, it's more than 5, then it is going to be round off to next digit. It will not become 5, it will become 6. 1 digit only you should write. Mod means what? It's going to give the remainder. 21, 2 means it's going to give the remainder. Okay, that's going to be 1. We'll go for the next questions. Okay, so we'll go for the next question. Single row and multiple row function. Operators on 1 row at a time. Okay, we'll have 1 row only, and in this case operates on groups of rows. Returns 1 result per row. Returns 1 result only. Here also 1 result, there also 1 result, but per row, but multiple rows or a group of rows. Use and select clause, order by clause. Remember, they've asked one question in the preparatory paper. Can be used only in the select clause. Multiple row function, aggregate function, group function can be used only in the select clause. Aggregate function where we can use only in select clause. Example, max, min, AVG. AVG, average, there is no average. AVG only you should use. Math, string, and date function. Okay, so hope you're understanding. We'll go for the next question. Explain natural join. A join is basically Cartesian product with condition. Natural join is what? It's basically a Cartesian product plus condition is called as a join. What is natural join? A natural join, basically you're going to write Cartesian product only. Select star from union. Okay, union comma cost. This is going to be a Cartesian product. That means multiply all the tuples from all the tables. Okay, so this is going to be a Cartesian product. For this, some condition we have to apply. No, what is that one condition? I can write it. U dot U code is equals to C dot C code. I can write that. That will be a join. But what is natural join? In case of natural join, I'm not going to write U dot U code is equals to U dot C code, because explicitly we need not have to mention the condition here. Just write natural join. Automatically is going to join based on the equality symbol only. Explicitly no need to give. And you would have observed in your textbook also, in case of natural join and in case of join on clause, or it can be with respect to just condition only, everywhere U code column is repeated twice. In case of natural join, only one time U code column will be coming. Redundancy will be reduced here. That is the benefit of natural join. Removes duplicate column. This you keep it in mind. Natural join, is it important one? Just have an idea, no? It's basically Cartesian product plus one condition equal to operator is there. That is all you can remember. Don't pay much attention on joins. They have not asked question. Write a note on the local area network. So local area network means what? Local area network is going to be the one of the networking topology. Here in this case, you need to write the coverage area. So it's basically limited area, room, building, or a campus. So using wires, Ethernet cables, fiber optics, or Wi-Fi, we're going to have it. And what does this data speed you need to mention here? And also, why do we have LAN, student? Basically for communication only, no? And they're going to cover about 1 kilometer distance. So when you're writing the difference between LAN and MAN, so what are the differences? Write in terms of speed. What is the difference? You can write it. You can write with respect to coverage area. What is the coverage area? Coverage area is going to be within a campus, within a building. You can write it. In case of MAN, you can write with respect to entire city is covered. Okay, you can write coverage area, speed, you can write errors, more errors in case of MAN. In case of less area means lesser only, no, you can tell that error with respect to speed, you can tell high speed in case of LAN, MAN is going to be less speed, you can tell, and also with respect to the example, you can write it. So many points you can write with respect to generalize. Difference you can generalize here, coverage, speed, error, and then example. Is the point clear? We'll go for the next question. Is it allowed to write the? Definitely. Say textbook example only they'll refer. We'll go for the expand the following: MAC, HTTP, and URI, media access control, hypertext transfer protocol, uniform resource identifier, ಅಥವಾ uniform resource locator ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. What do we call UTL also? URL no. URL only, right? URL is uniform resource locator or uniform resource identifier, right? We'll go for the next question. Bus topology, I just told you here, it's going to be the main cable. Unidirectional, terminators will be there. Disadvantage is what? One, broadcasting. If I'm telling, see, I just want to tell the secret to whom I should tell. I want to tell the secret to study 1, 2, 3 only. I want to tell the secret. But when I'm telling, I just want to tell the secret only. No, only that study 1, 2, 3 only should be able to listen it. But what I'm doing when I'm telling, others also are able to hear. Can you able to hear blood? And then we have Joel, and then we have Pro. It's so difficult to tell your names only. BS Rin, and we have Pro Hacker. Okay, Pro Hacker. Pro. Yeah. Morning revision session. Please take morning revision session. Morning revision session. We'll check. Okay, so yeah, we have Dayanand also. So I just want to tell the secret to one person, but everyone is hearing. Are you able to hear me? Yes or no? Respond. Can you able to hear me? I'll take a break and let me chat. See, I just want to tell the secret only to study 1, 2, 3, but everyone are responding. See, BS is responding, Joel is responding, Blood is responding, so many are responding. That means what, students? It is broadcasting. You should never forget this broadcasting now. For example, if I tell a secret only to Bloodhound, then only that person should be able to hear, no? That is called unicast. We'll go for the next question. We'll go for this 5 markers. We have come to the 5 markers. Part D, applications of stacks. Remember, programming applications only you need to give. Which are the programming examples? Undo, redo operation, reversing a string. For example, I have given cat here. That means what will I get? That means C will come, A will come, C will come. What I wrote, students? I wrote something wrong. Okay, I want to write something here. I have written cat, I want to write it. Cat, I want to write it means C, A, T. So if I remove the element, I'm going to get a stack. Reversal of a string, right? String reversal only. Okay, web pages, navigation, parenthesis matching, conversion. If you don't know anything, please write what is there in the textbook only, no? Conversion from infix to postfix, evaluation of postfix expression, conversion of a decimal number system to any other number system also is an example for stack only. Getting my point? We'll go for the palindrome is for deck. But how do you do it? String reversal you have to do, no? See, deck means, to understand that, using deck data structure, we can implement stack queue both. That's why we are telling it can do insertion and deletion from both ends. Using one data structure, you can implement stack also, I can implement queue also. But I'll be asking deck palindrome question with respect to deck. Okay, we'll go for the next question now. Convert the following infix notation A plus B minus C star D to postfix notation showing the stack and string contents. So very simple. What do we have now? So we have A plus is there, and then B minus C star D is there. So what we have to do now, see here we have something called left parenthesis, right parenthesis, and then we have that operator, and then we'll have operand. Okay, operator will be there, operator and operand will be there. Okay, operator means what I have to do? Operator means you just push to the stack. Operator means operand, sorry, let me write it again. Okay, we have left parenthesis, right parenthesis, operand we will write, operator I'm going to write it. If there is a left parenthesis, what we have to do it? I'm going to push to the stack. Okay, if there is a right parenthesis, I keep popping, and when I pop it, I have to push to the postfix expression. Okay, postfix expression, postfix. Okay, postfix expression. Then we have an operand means postfix expression, append to the postfix expression. Operator means check for the precedence. Checks for the precedence. If it is going to be greater precedence, then I'm going to push to the stack. If it's going to be less or equal, I'm going to pop it and then I'm going to push to the stack. Pushing it is important. Are you able to understand? Your English is great, thank you. Are you able to understand, students? Can I continue here? See what I want to tell. In this conversion from postfix to infix expression, what do we have? So we have left parenthesis, right parenthesis. We have operand and operator. If it's left, I'm going to push to the stack. If it's going to be right, I'm going to pop from the stack, and I'll append to the postfix expression. Postfix expression. PE is postfix expression. Okay, operand means I'm going to append to the postfix expression, and if it's going to be an operator, I'm going to check the precedence. What is the precedence? First precedence will be for this. What is this? What I can tell? 2 to the power of. Okay, that exponent symbol I can tell you here. And then we have multiplication, and then we have division. We have plus, minus, and least priority will be for the parenthesis. Keep that in the mind. So what do we do? So I have got A now. A means what I have to do? Okay, so let me just, A is there, I need to postfix to the expression. Operand is there, no, I'll put to the postfix expression. We have plus here, I'll just put here, and then we have stack. See here, I'm going to write it like this. It's going to be plus. Then plus, B is there, it's an operand, I'll post to the postfix expression. Minus is there. Minus means operator in this case, plus though it was having the highest precedence, no operator on the stack, I just push to the stack. In case of minus, there is the same precedence as that of plus. Ma'am, same precedence. What to do, ma'am? You have to push it. You have to pop it. Pop it means what? It will be AB plus and then push it. Pop it. Okay, minus, nobody is there. I'm the king. I'm the queen now. Then it will be pushed to the stack. Then what we have? Then we have C. Then I have C only, no? Yeah, I have C. C is going to be an operand. Then I'm going to append to the postfix expression. Then we have star. Star I have to compare with minus. That means star is going to be highest precedence. I'm going to put here. Then we have D. D is no problem. I'm going to put to the postfix expression only. Then we have nothing to do. Nothing means you pop out all the operations. So what do we get? AB plus we have got it. CD star minus. Is the point clear? Is the point clear? Very simple, students. You just have to know this same operator means, same precedence means you need to pop it and then push. Pop it and then push till that precedence become the highest. That point you have to keep in mind. Okay, we'll go for the next slide. So what do we have here? It's going to be evaluation of a postfix expression. Very simple, I'm going to tell you. If it's going to be an operand, okay, let me ask this question. Is there a parenthesis in the postfix expression? Is there a parenthesis in the postfix expression? Can you respond? Can you? Artha agalla. Dheeraj is telling. Okay, is there any postfix? Ma'am, so top precedence should always be top of the stack. Yes. Students, understand here, there is no parenthesis in the postfix expression. There is no parenthesis in the postfix expression. Understand, you have only operand and the operator. Please understand here, I'm just doing the postfix expression here. Operand means what do we have? That means we have this ABCD value. What is this operator? Operator means anything as a arithmetic operator will be there. No, that one. Operand means I'm going to, very simple, I'm going to push to the stack. Push it. Operator means pop it. Pop N2. Pop the element, first element to N2 and pop the next element to N1. Perform the operation and then push it. Perform, push it. Perform and then push it. So what do we do now? Very simple. I'm going to take, we have expression like AB star, C slash is there, and then we have D star. So what do I'm going to do it now? So I'm going to have a stack here. What is that stack? Stack is going to be A equal to 3. I'm going to push it because it's an operand. I have to push it. Then we have this B. B is going to 5. I'm going to push it. And then we have star. Star is going to be what? Star means an operator. Operator means very simple. You need to push it back. You need to pop it. Pop it. I'm going to, at this point you need to remember, student, this will be N2 operator. This will be N1. Pop it. That means I have to do N1 star N2 only. While doing it will be N1 star N2. Remember this, N1 operator N2, not. See, for multiplication, for addition, it doesn't matter. But when you are doing with respect to subtraction and division, it makes a lot of difference. Please keep this in mind. Even with respect to that exponent symbol also, it matters a lot. So N1 star N2 means what? It is 15. So we've got 15 here. See, it is the same thing. Next, what do? I'm going to erase this part, and then what will happen? Because I've removed Allah. So I'm going to store this 15 here. I'm going to store this 15 here. And after that 15, what do? I have C here. C is going to be 1 now. And after that, I have what? Slash is there. Slash means I'm going to again pop it. This will be N2. This will be N1. That means what I have to do? I have to perform here N1 star N1 slash N2. N1 slash N2. N1 slash N2 means what? 15 divided by 1. Not 1 divided by 15. Getting my point? 1 divided by 15 divided by 1 only is right. Not 1 divided by 15. See, if you are finding it difficult, if you have not even done once, then maybe you may find it difficult only first time if you are doing it, because you should know what is a postfix expression and what is a prefix expression. In detail, I have covered this everything in the video, students. Complete revision, I've done it. So you can, because I need to cover all the model 3 papers here. So it may be a bit difficult for you to catch me. I can understand this. So what you can do is, please do watch, or else if you find it difficult, please do check with the chapters. We are doing it for the first time means definitely it will be difficult only, no? When you are seeing for the first time, making an attempt for the first time, definitely you feel it difficult only. What is the best thing we can do? Is there any chapters which is going to be very easy for me? Please focus on that. Because something which you want to try at the nth moment means we'll have tension, we'll have that fear, and we're going to lose the confidence. Okay, that is actually you need to address that then and there itself. Simply we cannot keep, okay, I don't know anything, ma'am is teaching something, some crap she's doing, I'm not able to understand what is she doing. Like that only your mind, see, it is like taking us to the negative mindset. I'm taking to the negative mindset. Getting my point? So what you can do with the best possibility is, can I focus this? Will I be able to? See, what you do is just focus here as much as possible. If you wanted, okay, little bit I've understood, then you go for the complete revision. All the chapters I've done it. If you're finding it, watching that also it's difficult, then you leave that. It's not my cup of tea. Just go for other chapters, because leaving stack also you can do, leaving queue also you can do it. 70 definitely it is difficult, but definitely without stack, without queue, you can get more than 60. That's for sure. See, depends. How is your preparation anta? Artha agtide alva? Madhyadalli I got some question. That is the reason I wanted to confirm that. 15 divided by 1. 15 divided by 1 means I'll get 15 only. So I'm going to remove this and push it back to the stack. So I'm going to erase this part. So I'll get 15 now. After 15, what do I do it? After 15, after 15, what do I do it? I'm going to push it. So next we have that star, N1 star N2. This is going to be N2. This is going to be N1. So it is going to be 15 star 4 is what? 60. We have got 60 here. Understand this. Is the point clear? So this is how we do it. We'll go with the next slide. Okay, check whether a string is palindrome or not. This I want everyone to try it. Okay, that was a bit maybe tricky, like not everyone will be able to handle it. This part is very simple. How to check whether a given string is palindrome or not? That means I'll be able to remove it from both the ends, insert it from both the ends. So what is that first thing? Take a string and then you insert it in there from the rear end. That means what? So it's very simple. So I'll just keep inserting my element from the rear end. I'll put M. After M, I'm going to put it A. After A, I'm going to put A and then M. What do you mean by this, ma'am? What is that speciality? I'm just doing inserting element from the rear end. That is called insertion rear. Highlight that. After doing, remove from both the end. Remove from front end, remove from rear end. Delete front, delete rear. Match it. Is M same? Yes, it is same. Go for the next. If it's matching, M equal to M, match it. If it's same, go for the next. Then you remove A, then you remove A. So after removing, I'll get ADA. After that, you remove this, remove this. Is it same? Yes, it is same. If you're left with only one character or there is no character, that means it's going to be a palindrome. Simple. Artha agtidiya? We'll go for the next question now. Okay, define Q and operations on Q. Very simple. I've already done this. Deck is a data structure where an insertion deletion takes place from both end. What are the operations on Q? Means insert front, insert rear, delete front, delete rear. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Write a Python program to check whether given string is palindrome or not using deck. So how you can do it? Very simple. Insert. There is a string called str. Some string they have taken, and deck is equal. DQ is equal to list of str. List of str means what? Entire thing they have stored in a list. Str, they have made it like this. It was a string they have stored in the list. I'm just checking one function called isPalindrome. IsPalindrome is one variable. Okay, it's like a status variable. They have taken as in true. They have taken it as a true. Okay, while length of deck is, because I've told you, no, if length of the deck is only 1 or it's going to be an empty, then what we can do, we can just what we can tell? I can just say it's going to be a palindrome. If it's going to be left with one character or no character, that's why it should be greater than 1. I'm removing is going to be a pop function. Deck.pop and deck.pop. Pop front means delete, front means 0. This means always end of the string only. Delete rear. This is delete rear, delete front. After removing, if it's not equal to, we will say that it's going to be false. Not palindrome, just say it's false. Come out. See, for example, there is yes I have removed, tr you have removed. S and r are not equal. No, what do you have to do with next? I'll just say bye bye, tata, bye bye, and then come off. Directly say that if it's true, it's going to be a palindrome, else it is not a palindrome. Very simple. Take the string, store it in a list, and keep removing from both the end, and then keep comparing it. If it is same, if it is matching, then I'll keep continuing for the next elements. Or else I'll say that it's going to be false and break. Okay, if it's false, it's going to be not a palindrome. If it's going to be true, it's a palindrome. We'll go for the next one, working of a binary search. Binary search I've already explained to you. What is binary search? Wherein the element is going to be found out using the boundary method. It should be arranged only. If it's matches, what if the element is in the middle? It's going to be find out the middle element. If it's going to be greater. If my element is going to be greater, I'm going to change my middle. I'm going to change my beginning. If the element is greater, I'm going to search in the second half of the list. If the element is going to be less, I'm going to search in the first half of the list. Is the point clear? So that you need to, so it's basically eliminates half of the remaining elements. Every time the list was 15, it will make to 7. From 7, it will make to 3.5. 3 elements only I need to compare. Every time the list reduces the number of comparisons to be done by 2. That's why it is called as binary search, eliminating half of the remaining elements. Is the point clear? So we'll go for the next question. Give the other name for the linear search and write an algorithm to find the position of an element using a linear search method. So what is a linear search method? Linear search is basically going to find out an element. Okay, we're going to traverse and find out each element one at a time. We're going to traverse and find out whether an element is present or not. So how do we do it? It's going to be a for loop. Traverse means for loop only. We'll make use of while loop here. From 0 to n, I'm going to compare if the element is going to be this present. If the element is present, that means L of I equal to key. We say that the element is found, position I plus 1. Else we say that we're going to increment it. We're going to increment it. Okay, so for example, element is there. I just want to find out 30. Is 30 present in 10? Definitely not. I'll increment it. Is 30 present here? Yeah, if it's so, I'm going to say yes, it is present. If it is not, I keep moving to the next element. That's why we keep moving. I is equals to I plus 1. If it is found, I'll just say that element is found at position I plus 1. Is the point clear? Or else after finding out all the elements, 40 is not at all present. Here, here, here also it is not there. We say that element is not present, unsuccessful search. Okay, we'll go for the next question. What is there for the next question? To perform a linear search is the same question. Okay, I'm not going to repeat this. We'll go for the next question. What is a key? Key is going to be what? It's the a key is going to be what I can tell you. It's going to be an attribute or a number of attributes that uniquely identify the tuples. Okay, it's going to be an attribute or a number of attributes that uniquely identify the tuples. What are the different attributes we can have it? With different keys we can have it. Candidate key. A minimal key that uniquely identify the tuples. For example, there is something called as an name of the student, mobile number, and then register number. Register number itself will uniquely identify the tuples. What about the mobile number? That also uniquely identify the tuples. No, but name and mobile number uniquely identify the tuples, but it's a redundant attribute. Minimal attribute which uniquely identify the tuples is called as candidate key. Out of which one key is selected as the primary key which uniquely identify the tuples, that is called the primary key. What about composite key? The minimum 2 or more attributes which uniquely identify the tuples. I should not have one. I need to have 2 or more attributes which uniquely identify the tuples. That is called as composite key. Composite primary key. What about foreign key? A key which establish a relation between 2 tables. For example, there is a table called employee, there is another table called department. Both are related. Okay, the key which interconnects, establish a relation between 2 tables is called as foreign key. Is the point clear? We'll go for the next question. Define the following terms. We have different terminologies here. What is an attribute? What is a tuple? What is a domain? What is a degree? And cardinality. What is an attribute? A characteristic, a unique column name is called as an attribute. A tuple is a single row or a record or a tuple. Nothing but total number of tuples will be what? Can anyone tell me total number of tuples? We'll have a revision. So what is total number of tuples? We just discussed now what is total number of tuples. Let's consider. Are you here, students? Total number of tuples is called what? Yeah, total number of tuples is basically cardinality, and total number of attributes will be the degree. So now we'll go for a tuple. A row in a relation is called as a tuple. A set of possible values for a particular column is called as an domain. And what is degree? Total number of attributes. We are covering that also. Cardinality, or as I told you, number of tuples is called as an cardinality. We'll go for the next question. So here we have this definitions again here. So candidate key, cardinality we have done it, and what is candidate key also we have done it. We'll go for database engine. The main core part of the DBMS, which is meant for creating a database, managing the database, and retrieving the records very efficiently, is called as database engine. The main core software is called as a database engine that drives the SQL, that drives the database. Query is what? Requesting a command, requesting a query, requesting a command. Sorry, what I can tell. Requesting for the data. Requesting for the data is known as a query. Is the point clear? Maybe I want to insert some tuples, maybe I want to retrieve some tuples, I want to do some manipulations with respect to the records. This is done how? Through a query only. A request for the command, a requesting command for the database, okay, in order to perform some operation is known as a query. Requesting not to a database for obtaining information is called as query. We'll go for the next question. Define network topology and explain star and bus topology. Bus topology I've already told you. What is topology? Placement of nodes in the network is called as topology. Placement of nodes in the network is called as topology. What do you mean by a star topology? For example, we'll consider there are some 2 students here. 28 students, okay, the number is more here. Let's consider how many are there. 28 are watching here. Okay. See here, I'm going to take few people name here. I'm going to search, I'm going to have this BS Rin and Joel is there, and we have some students called Pro Hacker. So we have Pro, I'm going to write him as Pro here, and we have another person, what's the name? Manoj. Manoj is also here, so we'll take Manoj name also. Okay, we have Manoj here, and these people, they need to communicate. We need to have a network out of these people. We need to have a network of these people. Means what? Communication. Network is basically for communication only. See, if Joel wants to talk, if Joel wants to say, Joel wants to communicate to Manoj. Okay, Joel wants to communicate to BS. Okay, BS wants to communicate to Manoj, or Pro wants to communicate to Manoj. They will communicate only through me only, through a central device. What is that central device? That central device can be a hub or a switch. Through this platform. No, let's consider like that. So what is this? If anyone wants to communicate, whether it is a Pro or Manoj or Joel or with respect to BS, they have to communicate via this platform only. No, directly not like that. That means take a share a number and then do it. That is a different story. I'm just telling an example. That means this communication can take place only through that central node. Is the point clear? They cannot talk like this directly. They can't talk. Is the point clear? Let's consider one more example. This central node can be a hub or a switch. This central node can be a hub or a switch. Let's consider Manoj wants to talk to BS secretly. One secret information they wanted to share with him, but this BS has passed the information to me. Let's consider this platform while using this session only you people are chatting. So BS has given some information to me. Through me only it has to go now. So through me he has sent me some message. But what I'm doing, I'm just telling it to everyone. I'm just telling that important question will come from topology. This question he wants to say. I'm just doing broadcasting. Can you able to understand? It's just broadcasting. Please understand here, it does some broadcasting here. The hub is going to do a broadcasting. It doesn't know to filter. See, BS wants to communicate with Manoj only, but he is through hub means it is broadcasting. Hub is doing the broadcasting here. But if BS wants to communicate Manoj only means it can be done through the switch. It can be done through the switch. The switch is going to do the unicasting, whereas hub is going to do the broadcasting. Hub doesn't know to do the filtering. It doesn't know to do the filtering. Whereas switch knows to do the filtering. Exactly to that person only it will come, to that node only it communicates. Is the point clear? With this example you will be able to remember. That's the reason I gave this example. In case of star topology, all nodes are connected to the central device called an hub or a switch. Hub means what? Broadcasting. Hub means what? Broadcasting. So, switch means it's a unicast device. It's a both a multi-port device only. There is no doubt in that. Okay. So you can, if the central node fails, everything fails. No network only. No network? No, still you will be able to talk. Yes. Okay, we'll go for the next question now. So what do we have here? So we have some networking devices, some explanation we have it. Hub, you know, it's a multi-port device. This is also a multi-port device. It does broadcasting. Whereas the switch is going to be doing the unicasting. It is not given here. You can write that point. Unicast. There is no collision. It does filtering. It's an intelligent device. Whereas an hub is going to be do the broadcasting. Not an intelligent device. Papa gottilla dike. It's not an intelligent device. It's going to do the collision. Collision can happen here. He can also send. Pro also can send. Pro wants to send, Joe also wants to send, Manoj also wants to send, BS also send. So that is going to be a collision. Collision can occur in hub, but switch, it is not like that. We'll go for repeater. Okay, repeater is what? Let's consider that. I'm going to tell us. I'm going to give a very good example here. So what is that example I want to tell you? Repeater is going to be, for example, morning I started at 8 o'clock. I had a lot of energy. Now my energy is getting drained. Yes or no? Is your energy there? Can you tell me? Some people are still there, so I just wanted to ask you the question. How is your energy, students? Can you tell me? Let me drink some water. Yes. Yeah, but I can take a break. Again, it will get dragged. No, I want to finish off. I thought I'll finish off as early as possible so that, you can also focus. I can also, because my son's exam is there tomorrow. So let me try to, do it as early as possible. Okay, so let's energize. Let's be more energetics, have some water and get some energy, more energy, so that we'll be able to focus more. So in order to regenerate the signal over a long time, you need to have some energy. So repeater is one networking device that regenerates the weak signal for a long distance communication. It's the point. It regenerates the signal over a long distance to maintain the data integrity, or else it gets alternated. No, it gets alternated. We need to regenerate the signal again and again so that it reaches the long distance communication. We have modem that converts analog to digital and digital to analog, and we have a router here. Router is basically a networking device. What exactly router does? It's going to do some kind of routing, what I can tell you. Okay, it routes the packets from the source to the destination. It routes the packets. That means using an IP address. Is the point clear? There are so many routes. For example, if I want to communicate to the other person, there are so many intermediate nodes. Which route shall I take? This route or that route or this route? Which route? This is the best route. Who's going to find out? This router is going to do that job. It converts a network to many other different networks. That is also a job of a router. Gateway is basically what is an access and exit entry point. For example, I will not let, for example, there is a security in your college. He will not enter every person to allow the college. So he will check, he'll cross verify what is the purpose, what is the need. Okay, if there is any genuine reason is there, only he will allow. Right? He need to allow it. I don't know how is the case. Right? So act as an entry and exit point. It's like a checker. It's like a security checker. The router can act as a gateway. Is the point clear? So remember here, in case of a gateway, here router can act as a gateway. Any packet entering the network, any packet leaving the network has to be monitored for the security reasons, or else there will be a problem, right? We'll go for the next question. Explain local area network. I have already answered this question. So with respect to the, how it is covered, area covered, and with respect to the speed you can tell, and also with respect to the reason, purpose of having this, basically for communication. And also, we can also have an example for with respect to the errors, as I told you, errors, speed, coverage here, 1 kilometer it covers, that's what I told you. And what is the purpose of the LAN? I think this purpose you can write for everything. LAN, WAN, MAN. Okay, is the point here? And LAN, you can also give some very good examples. That means basically, we have different types of networking topology, LAN, WAN, MAN, So in that you can tell that personal area networks only cover for 10 meters only, whereas it has a long distance, right? It's going to be covering a more area. Coverage area is more when compared to the PAN. Is the point clear? So, and security is also more. Very important point with respect to LAN and MAN is security is going to be highest important point that you can mention here. We'll go for the next question. Properties of radio waves. What are the properties? Omnidirectional, you can tell the frequencies here, and for long distance communication, and it can penetrate to the walls. And what are the examples? Where do we use it? For AM, FM radio, television, cordless phones and all, we can use it. Properties of transmission waves, especially with respect to infrared or radio waves, or with respect to microwave waves, they may ask you the properties, so you should be studying that. We have categories of the wired medium and then I need to explain into. So explain this twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and then optical fiber cable. This is going to be very simple. So please do know the example for twisted pair cable, that is UTP, STP. So learn all these wired cables. Generally if you write also they will be giving the marks for you. So you need to just go through once what all the points, what are the keywords I have to mention there, and with respect to explain any two of these categories. Okay, theoretical question. I think not many of them will be able to have difficulty in this. We'll go for the transmission media. It is the same only. So twisted wired means twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and then fiber optics. In case of wireless transmission media means you can write with respect to an example is what? Wireless means specially with respect to infrared or microwave, or with respect to what I can tell with respect to other one like infrared waves also you can write some example. When you're giving this, transmission medium will carry 1 mark. Explain the types of transmission medium means how to write this, ma'am, so much is there. So explain any two from, see, 4 marks it should be carried. No, 2 mark for the wire, 2 mark for the wireless will take. So explain any two here, explain any two here. So that, like that you need to answer the question. Very easy question, ma'am. Yes. So we'll go for the 21. So that's going to be methods of malware identification used by the antivirus. Signature based detection. Signature based detection means, I have already explained this in the slide also, students, in that particular chapter. Signature means you have a database where all the signatures of the virus, existing virus, will be stored and then matching. For example, fingerprint of the criminals, old criminals will be there. No, those fingerprints will be stored in the one database, one file, and then matching will happen. No, that is signature based. What is sandbox detection? Before making the suspected file, entering your system, only you're scanning and then checking the behavior of it. For example, before you let the person, unknown person letting into your home, only you're scanning that person from top to bottom, and then if it's a genuine person, if you know him, if you allow it, that is called sandbox detection. Virtual environment. We run in the virtual environment, not in the system at all. You're more safe. It's more safe. Data mining technique means we'll make use of machine learning techniques to analyze. That you keep in mind. Heuristic detection means I'm going to check each and every part. I'm going to check each and every part of the code. The source code of the suspicious file itself will be checked from top to bottom. Okay, using some algorithm only we're going to check it. Okay, that is going to be a heuristic detection. In case of real-time protection, what will happen? In case of real-time protection, in the background it keeps checking whether it is there, anything is there, anything is there, anything is there. It keeps checking in the background. As soon as something pop-ups or some different pattern appears, some behavior is changed, means you can block it. It blocks it. That is called real-time protection. Okay, for example, in your class, so many things you'll be doing it. So how to check? Sometimes teacher will be there, sometimes teacher will not be there. How to ensure whether your behavior is always proper? Can you tell me? Okay, let it take some time. You can tell me. Let's have an interaction. You have, the management need to check your behavior every time whether you're behaving properly or not. How can they ensure? Teacher sometimes will be there, because by the teacher, when the other teacher goes and the other, new teacher comes, there will be some time gap. No, how can they ensure? By ensuring they'll put one CCTV camera and they keep monitoring every time, isn't it? So that is one of the way they can check your behavior. CCTV, yes, absolutely. We'll go for the next one. See, students, how you have to write. You need to write the key words, headings, and then go for the explanation. Looking at the headings only so many times, if you write crap also, will give the marks. Is the point clear? Is it always? Definitely not always, but most of the time if your handwriting is very neat, that's why good handwriting makes a lot of difference. So write the heading properly and this point should be there, but not always. Heading you write it compulsory, and little bit here and there if you write on your own also, you will be getting the marks. We'll go for the different types of network security. Denial of service. For example, there are so many people will be asking for the request. Some fake requests also come. We'll get some genuine request also. How to address the genuine request? If you have so many fake requests only coming, let's consider that I have some 1,000 doubts coming here. Okay, will I be able to address all the 1,000 doubts? If there is, then I will miss out the genuine doubts. Getting my point? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ದ ಜೆನ್ಯೂನ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ there is no fake request means I can address. But everything is filled with fake request only, then how to identify the genuine request? So that is called as denial of service. If the denial of service only is being done in around the world by different sources, by different computers, that is called distributed denial of service. Getting my point? Intrusion means what? That means distributing malwares. By distributing malwares, also we will have this intrusion, unauthorized access of the resources, okay, by spreading the malware. Trojan, worm, hacking, these are all called the intrusion. Snooping is what? Secretly capturing and analyzing the network traffic to steal information without affecting the communication. Snooping is basically getting to know about the communication between the two people just by recording. But they will not do the real-time interception. It is not going to happen real-time. For example, I want to tell some secret to whom I should tell? Shiva Prasad. I want to tell some secret to Shiva Prasad here. Okay, but now we have Sunwood Films. Sunwood Film is there, Joy is there. And Joy, what he'll do? He will be just listening to me, not in a live conversation. He'll keep his mobile, he'll record everything and then he will listen later. That is called snooping. He'll analyze it. He'll get to know the data, he'll analyze it in later. That is called snooping. One good example, secretly capturing and analyzing the network traffic to steal information. For example, I want to send one email to Shiva Prasad, and this study 123, what he will do, before this person gets the email, before the Shiva Prasad gets the email, this person study 123, he'll just taps the communication channel, he gets all the packets and then analyze the packets and then reinjects the pack to the network as though nothing happened. As though nothing happened. So that is an example. Snooping. It's not real-time conversation. Real-time conversation interception is going to be the eavesdropping. For example, I have some secret I want to set to Joel. So now secretly he's just standing. Who is standing? Let's consider Sunwood. So he's secretly standing and then he's listening to our conversation. That becomes what? That becomes eavesdropping. Real-time interception of communication. We'll go for the next question. Explain keyloggers. Keylogger is basically a software that records each and every key pressed by the user on the keyboard. So how can he do it? By basically having some kind of software, okay, installed, or it can be not like we purposefully install it, okay, it gets downloaded, or maybe like through the malware distribution terms are there, no? So like that it may get installed on its own, and then they try to get to know our details, like personal details with respect to credentials or banking details, all those details, and they misuse our information. So how to overcome? By making use of online virtual keyboard. Online virtual keyboard, what exactly it is? Randomizes the key. For example, I have pressed yes here, yes was here, right now after this yes will be here, and then H will be here, and I will be here. So that means it keeps randomizing the each and every character that we press. That's called online virtual keyboard. In case of on-screen keyboard, what happens? Fixed. Each and every key will be fixed. Is the point clear? We'll go for the next question. That's going to be one part E. We have come. Write a process to sort the following elements using an insertion sort method. Insertion sort method, very simple. What is the point you need to remember here, students? You have to remember that we keep comparing in the reverse direction. So I'm going to compare 80 and 60. Okay, let me use some other color here. I'm going to use black. Okay, I'm just comparing 80 and 60. So 80 is going to be greater now. So what will I do it? I'm going to swap it. 60 and 80 I'll make it. And then 80, 20 I'm going to compare it. Okay, in this case 80 is going to be greater. I'm going to swap it. After that, then it has to go. See, insertion sort means placing the element one at a time in its right position. Okay, beginning 80 was its right position, it was there only. 80, 60 I compared, then 60, 80 I should make it. No, I should put 60 in the right position between 80 and 60. It is sorted. After that I'll take the next element. Which is the next element? Right now my element was 80 here, and next element is, I have swapped it. Right now my element is 80 here, and then right now my element is 20. I'll compare 80 and 20. 20 I have to place it properly. That means 80, 20 is there. I'll make it 20, 80. And 20 where it should come? 20, 60, 80, no? So I'll play, again I compare it and then place it here. Reverse. Comparing it in a reverse direction. Okay, we'll go for the next question now. So what is there in the next question? See here, next element is going to be 40. What is the next element? Next element is going to be 40. Yeah, next element is going to be 40 now. Next element is going to be 40 now. I compare, place 40 in the respective position. 80, 40 is there. I'll place it 40 here. Swap it. Okay, again I'll compare 40 and 60. I have to change it. I'll put 40 and 60. And next 20, 40, I should not change it. I should not change it. No swapping takes place here. 20, 40, swapping is that they're telling it is comparison. No swapping should take place because 40 is greater only. No swapping will be done here. After that, which element I have to take it? I have to compare with what? I have to compare with the 80 now. Okay, sorry, not 80. I have to compare with 50 now. Is 50 greater than 80? Yes, it is going to be less only. I have to shift it. Okay, what do? I'm going to make it 50. Again, you do in the reverse comparison. Like this, like this, like this. And then this is already done. I need not have to do it. Okay, 50, 60, you change it. 40, 60 is there. Then you can just see here, I will not do 20, 40 because 50 itself is greater. I will not do further comparison. Is the point clear? I will not do with the further comparison. There may be asking one question here, students. What does that question means? If the element is in the reverse direction, which is the best selection? Which is the best sorting technique? Can anyone answer my question here now? 17 students are there. Students, can you tell me which is the most appropriate sorting technique? Which is the most appropriate sorting technique if the elements are in the reverse direction? Which will be the best? Less number of iterations it should take. Are you here? Are you here? Hi. Hi. Hi, hi. Can you tell me which is the best technique when I give the elements in the reverse order? That means 5, 4, 3, 2 if I give it, which is the best technique? Let's take less number of iteration. Selection sort, no. The best is going to be the insertion sort only, because when I do it, see, let's consider this only. You consider this. 50 is there. I'll just compare with 40, 50. It is already arranged. It will not do. Then again it will not compare 40 and 20 because it's already sorted. If it is sorted means further comparison will not happen. Whereas in case of a selection sort, it has to find out the minimum element, everything it will compare. So the best algorithm will be the insertion sort only if the elements are in the reverse order. Keep that in the mind. Okay, similarly, what do? I'm going to take up 11 here. I'll compare. See here, clearly you can understand that is going to be a reverse comparison. How? 11 and 80 is going to compare. Swap it. And then 11 and 60, swap it. Again 11 and 50, you swap it. And 11 and 40, swap it. Now it will be there 11 and 20. Because 11 is less now, I have to compare with 20 also now. It was 40, I was not comparing. Now it will be sorted. Is the point clear? So like this we're going to do it. We'll go for the next question. This is going to be an insertion sort. In this case, insertion sort. Again, only they have given the insertion sort only. 4 and 3. Let's consider the 4 and 3. That's going to be sorting. I have to do it. Swapping, I have to do it. With the 3 and 4, I did it. 4 and 10, I need not have to swap. It's already arranged. That is why I am telling you. If it is arranged, no comparison. One comparison it will do. 4 and 10 already arranged. Now 4 and 3 it will not compare because it's already been sorted. It will not compare. Okay. Comparing, why it is simply waste, right? Then we'll go for 1 and 10. That means I have to swap it. Okay, see, it is in the reverse direction. 1 and 4, swap it. 1 and 3, swap it. Like this, I'm going to get it. It's already sorted. It's already sorted. Now I have to put 6. No, since I have to put 6, I don't know where it will 6 come. I have to compare with all the elements now. For example, if I get 20, I'll compare with these two and then I'll stop it because 20 is greater. Rest of the elements are sorted. Because in insertion sort and selection sort, we're going to divide the elements into the sorted list and unsorted list. This is already sorted. This is already sorted. Okay, so we'll go for the next now. So what do we have? I'll just erase this part and we'll go for this now. So we have minus 6 and 10, that is going to be less. So I will swap it. Minus 6 and 4, I have to swap it. 4 and 3 is there, I have to swap it. And then, okay, sorry, I just made a mistake. Minus 4 and 6, this is compared. Okay, I'll just swap it. Minus 6 and 3 is there, I have to swap it. Minus 6 and 1 is there, minus 6 less. Again, it will be swapped. You can just see here. I have just done with all. But here you can just see here with respect to 10 I have done it and 2 is remaining. That you have to show it. And sometimes most of the cases, with 1 or 2 iterations only everything will be sorted. But you just show, if it is sorted also you have to show it. No swap, like that you show it. So with respect to, again, see here how it is comparing. In the reverse direction it is comparing. 10 2 swap it, 2 4 swap it, 3 2 swap it, 2 1 swap it. So again I need not have to check because 1 is greater than minus 6. I will not compare. Okay, we'll go for the next one. It's going to be very simple. It's going to be the selection sort. We have it. 99, 88 is there. I need to find out the minimum element. Okay, this is going to be the minimum element. 88, 77 is there. This is going to be the minimum element. 77, 65, 65 is the minimum element. 65, okay, I got a minimum element. With first element you swap it. Don't swap till that. 55 will put here and 99 we should come here. Okay. Okay, 55 will come here and 99 came here. That is already sorted. Again, I'll take. This is going to be the minimum. 88, 77, this is the minimum. 77, 65, this is going to be the minimum. 65, 99, the minimum elements remain same. Minimum element remains same. And next, what do? Put the 65 in the next element first position. 65, I'm going to put here 88. This is the case I want to tell. In this case, in the third model paper, this is the question. So understand here, this is already sorted. I need not have to do, but show the pass that nothing, no swapping is required. So this is going to be the minimum. Compare with 88, no swapping, no need. The 77 itself is the minimum. 77, 99, 77 is the minimum. Okay, put it in 77 in the second position, already in the second position. Let's show it. Let us show. Okay, 88 is there, 88 and 99 you compare it. That's going to be 88 is the minimum. 88 is the minimum. That itself is the minimum. I have compared. I don't have any elements to compare. Store 88 in the fourth position is already in fourth, ma'am. Show that. Okay, when all the 4 elements is sorted, then automatically fifth element will be sorted. Okay, so we'll go for the next question now. So what is there? So we have a very important question, students. Very, very, very important question. Understand that they're going to ask this one question for surely asked question. What is that question? That is called as data understanding of data, mean, median, mode, and the range and the standard deviation. What you're supposed to find out? You need to find out the range. Range is the highest value minus the lowest value. Highest value is going to be 95. 95 minus 70, you're going to get it. 25 is the answer. Okay, it is basically affected by the outliers. Okay, for example, if I give 100, 100, no problem, 95, 100 only. What if I give as 200? Okay, it is going to, my value will be changed to a larger extent, it's affected. Then we have a mean here. So how do you find out the mean? Mean you need to find out, especially for finding out the standard deviation. Sorry, you need to find out the standard deviation. Find out the mean. Mean is going to be what? It's going to be the average only. Take the average here, add all the elements divided by the total number of elements. You got this. And with each element using this formula, you need to find out. And for this particular data, we'll get the standard deviation as approximately 8.45. Simple calculators are allowed. You can just do this using this formula. X minus xi. What is this x minus xi? X minus xi we clearly write in terms of x minus xi as x bar. This is going to be the mean. That means what? 90 minus 85 whole square. Then we have next element as 80. 80 by this is going to be B, no. whole square, 70 minus 85, 95 minus 85 whole square, 95 minus 85 whole square, 85 minus 85 whole square, 80 minus 85 whole square, and divided by the number of elements. Is the part clear? Very simple. You need to take the square root for both. Usually students will do only for this, leaving this. It will be wrong. Or else they won't take the square root only. Ensure use the formula and write it properly. For the whole square root, you need to take it, and finally you will get the answer as 8.45. Okay, so if the standard deviation is going to be less, the consistency will be more. Keep that in the mind. Okay, so we have a next question here. Temperature they have given here. So temperature for 7 days they have given here. Calculate the average. Add all the values and divide it by the number of elements, that is 6. That will be the average here, x bar. Okay, find the temperature range. Range is going to be what? Highest minus the lowest here. Highest is going to be 34 degrees Celsius and minus lowest degree is going to be 27 degrees Celsius. You're going to get 7 degrees Celsius is the answer. Next, we'll go for the standard deviation for this only. What is the formula? Square root of summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by the number of elements. Square root is there for everything. So what you're supposed to do it, 34, 34, 27, 28, 34, 34 minus what? Minus the mean. Mean here we got it as 31.83. For each value take it, take a square, and then the square root for whole thing you find out. You're going to get it in terms of 3.08. Standard deviation is this. Okay. Okay, we'll go for this one. See, you need to find out the standard deviation for both and find out who is more consistent. You're going to find out the mean for this particular, mean for this batsman A is going to be 68.8, and the mean for the batsman B is going to be 90.8. Separately, you need to find the standard deviation for both. Standard deviation for batsman A, same formula only you have to use it, and similarly here standard deviation for batsman B, we have done it. And after that you need to find out, see here for batsman A is 14.67. what is the standard deviation for B? For the batsman B it is 25.45. understand here, who is having less standard deviation means more consistent. He has done scores almost same only, 45, 46, 48, 47, in that range only. That means he is more consistent. Sometimes he has done duck out also, sometimes 100 also, 120 also, then it is 1 also, 2 also, 0 also. He is not consistent if the standard deviation is widely spread. Okay, widely spread means more value. More value means widely spread. Widely spread means less consistent. So you can just see that standard deviation for batsman A is this, for batsman B is this. Who is more consistent? The consistent person will be the batsman A. Batsman A has low standard deviation. He is more consistent. Okay? More consistent. Okay, we'll go for the next question now. We'll go for the appropriate SQL query. So we have 3 more questions left. We'll just do that 3 more questions. So we have a table here, and for this table you are supposed to find out the respective query. Add constraint primary key. Whenever you are adding a primary key, you need to make use of a command called alter table name add primary key stu ray. That means you have to give it that attribute name within parenthesis only. Keep that in the mind. Semicolon. Find the average value. Average means AVG, not average. Select AVG marks from student. Add 5 marks of the students. Very simple. Adding, calculating, and then updating means you need to make use of an update command. Update means set will come. Update table name set marks is equals to all the marks. Okay, especially adding 5 marks. It is not adding all the marks. Sorry, I just got confused here. Let me come again. So what is this? I'm supposed to add. It's like adding a grace, I feel, right? Adding a grace. Sorry. So we need to add a grace. Okay, we need to add some 5 marks for the students here, for which student with the register number STU001. So how do we do it? Update student set marks is equals to mark plus 5 where STU register is equals to STU001. For the particular student only means condition you have to put. Display all the records in the order highest to lowest marks means select star from student, order by arranging elements means order by clause you have to use it, whose marks is less than 93. Okay, you have to you have to remove all the records. See here, in order to arrange the elements highest to lowest means we'll make use of an order by clause. Select star from table name, order by what? Order by marks DSC. Ascending order means by default ascending only. Descending means DSC, you have to write it. Now you have to remove all the records of the table whose marks is less than 93. Remove the records. Remove the records means delete only. Delete from table name where marks is less than. See, you can just see here, if you're able to see here, let me write it. So delete from table name where marks, I'll write the condition here, where marks is less than 93. Where marks is less than 93. Is the point clear? Delete from student where marks is less than 93. We'll go with the next question now. So what is there in the next question? The same table only they have given with respect to the SQL table only. You're supposed to answer some queries here. Identify the primary key in the product table and P code is the primary key. Very simple. I'm supposed to identify the primary key in the product table. What is the primary key? That means that the one which should not repeat. Washing powder is repeated. Is it repeated? We can repeat. Product name can be repeated. Yes, it can get repeated, isn't it? U price, what is the price here? Per unit price, and then the manufacturer name is given here. It can get repeated here now. So we'll just consider identify the primary key in the product table. So identify the product, and that means that should be unique. It should be unique, no? So what I have to take, P code is going to be the primary key here. You should not be having any space here. And after that, what you're supposed to do, add some primary key. I think question is not clearly given here. That's why I'm getting confused. You need to add one primary key here. Add a primary key here means what you're supposed to do it. Adding a primary key means alter table name, add a primary key, adding primary key, foreign key, order by, clause by, group by. This and all you need to write it with space. Order space by, group space by, primary space key, foreign space key. Can you able to see here? You need to give proper spacing, only then it works. You should, ma'am, I cannot have space. Ma'am, you have told so many times rules of the identifier, that will not come here. It's two separate words. You should write like that only. Natural join, space should come. Getting my point? Please remember this, very important. We'll go for the next question here. What is that? List the product code, product name, price in descending order, DSC. Very simple. Select P code, P name, U price from product, order by P name, DESC. What is the next question? Add a new column discount to the product table. I need to add one discount here. So adding a discount means column should be added. No, adding one column means it's going to be alter table name. Add what? Discount float 6,2. Add alter table name. Add discount float 6,2 here. 6,2 means total number of digits is going to be 6 and 2 will be the number of digits after the decimal point. Okay, we'll go with the next question now. So what is there with the next question? Calculate the value of the discount in the table product as 10% of the U price. So that means, okay, for all those products where the U price is more than 100, if the unit price is more than 100, I'm giving a discount, 10% discount. If it's going to be less, it's going to be 0. So what we are doing, that means I need to use an update here. Calculation, some kind of processing I have to do means update. Update means set will come. Update table name set discount is equals to. Discount is equals to what? 10%. No, 10% of the U price. No, 0.10 into U price. Where U price is greater than 100. Other cases it's going to be 0. That means very simple. Update product set discount is equals to 0 where U price is less than or equal to 100. Less than or equal to 100. Getting my point? Next question. Increase the price by 12% for all the product manufactured by Dow. That means I need to give 12% for all those products having Dow. update product set U price is equals to U price into 0.12 where 0.12 where manufacturer is equals to Dow. Understand here for Dow products. Dow product means you have to, it's a value for the manufacturer name here, attribute name. You need to give value in terms of quotes only. Dow should be within quote. Is the point clear? We'll go for the next question. So what is there in this question? So write SQL command for questions A to E based on the data given in the employee table. So I have to display all the employees in ascending order according to the date of birth. Very simple, order by clause. Select star from table name, order by DOB ASC. ASC, is it compulsory? Definitely it's not compulsory. If without this also it will work. Semicolon you write. Average salary, select AVG. AVG not average. AVG salary from employee. Then you're supposed to write count the employees working in various departments. I need to count. For example, accounts, how many are there? HR, how many are there? Then production, how many are there? Like that I need to write. Accounts, 2 people are there. See, I've taken black. How it will work? I'll take one white here. So account, 2 people are there. Here and here. HR, 2 people are there. Like this I should get grouping similar data into, arranging similar data into groups is called as group by clause. Arranging similar data, accounts, HR, arranging similar data into groups is known as group by clause. And group by clause, whenever you're using usually aggregate function, you're going to use it. So select department, account star from employee, group by department. Is the point clear? Select department, account star from employee, group by department. Is the point clear? Remember that. And command to calculate the total salary, total. So we have a function sum only. Select sum of salary from employee. Is the point clear? Generate report of employees whose salaries range between, see, include both 15,000 and 20,000 means I can make use of what? I can make use of the between operator. Select select star from employee will salary between 15,000. Whenever a between comes and will come, students, remember that. Whenever a between come and will come, between 15,000 and 20,000 salary. Semicolon. Okay, so that's all is there for the today's session, students. So I get out. Okay, that's all is there. I don't know what's her name. What class? Not understood. Okay, so many of you have joined in the middle. I don't know whether you're finding it. I think definitely you're finding it difficult. Okay, there are some 2 students here. Okay, so anything you want to tell me, students? Okay, so if anything is there, see, if you have joined in the middle also, then it might finding it difficult because you would have missed the connection or the flow in which I was teaching. Is the point clear? So if anything is there, definitely we will be making, there are other videos also. Complete revision is there, students. Okay, that point I wanted to tell you, all the chapters. Okay, all the chapters, important questions is there, fixed questions I have given, and also have given important topics, study strategy, everything I have given, students. You can just check there, and any doubt is there, you can just put me so that we'll try to clarify as many as doubts possible. Is the point clear? So many of them are still here. It's nice to know you, and thank you so much. So I have come to the end of the session, and it was something great, it's a new experience for me. Can we describe table for identity? Okay. Can't we write all the... Yeah, that's true. 1 minute is enough. Model paper is enough. Yes, if you want to get 50 for sure, definitely you can go for the model paper. But really practice well. Okay, mom, can't we describe table for identifying primary key? Describe table is not for the primary key students. Describe is going to give you the structure of the table. That is not a primary key. Primary key means you should use alter table, table name, add primary key only. You should do that only. Is the point clear? All the best to everyone, students. Don't panic. Don't take tension. So whatever you give, what is the first affirmation I told you? Can anyone repeat me so that just remember that let's surrender all our tensions and like fears and expectations. Everything will just pass it to God. Okay, let's not take it. It's going to be very burden for us. So let's not take that chance. Only we'll pass everything to Him. Let Him handle it well. He knows what to do when everything. We know it. We just have to pass it. That is the main important thing. Okay, and give your best. Do it with full confidence. Is it clear? So we'll wind up for today. Thank you so much. No PYQ to solve, ma'am. Yes, that is true. That is true. No PYQ is there. But with model papers, preparatory papers and question bank, you will be able to do it. Okay. All the best. Tomorrow's session we will see. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. And thank you so much. Tata, bye-bye. So I'm going to stop it now. Okay.